All right, let's see if we can get a signal to the Bat Cave. And we are live. Hello and good morning, my fellow friends and family. Feline frolicking in the fields. I don't know why I started doing a bunch of F stuff there. But welcome to another edition of the Jedi Academy, the stream where we sit back and answer all your questions about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, the mobile game brought to you by Capital Games. If you're new to the show, this is a stream where we do nothing but answer questions from you. And how does that work? Well, it's pretty simple. We get a bunch of people on the panel, and then whoever shows up, or sometimes it's just me, doesn't matter. If you have a question you want to pose to us, or a comment, or anything you want us to respond to, put it in the chat. Make sure you put the word question for your actual question, comment, and or statement, so we can identify it as such, and then we will get it scooped up. Also hit the thumbs up and subscribe, because that does help support the channel and everything that we're doing. And I'll get to everything here in a second, because I had to talk about the last couple days. Been kind of a surreal experience for old Ranger J 1999. So yesterday, I just used 2 days, so Thursday. I did the 10-hour stream. You guys know that I've been putting together the funds to do a real authentic Beskar Mando costume and stuff for what we want to do for ACS and things. So Thursday I streamed 10 hours, and we raised about 582 is what we were at. I raised $582. So yesterday, again, just doing what I was doing. I was planning on doing another big stream the Thursday after next, or next week or whenever, getting another big stream in, and just slowly build it up over time. Yes, it was a great day, because not only have I gotten, you can see behind me, the Beskar Mando helmet, but you can also see that I've got the Darksaber, and that's brought to you by the lovely Meow Meow, who got me that. So that was what I was waiting for yesterday. Took pictures, sent it to everybody once I got it, and the Darksaber's over there right now. Looks great. It's fantastic. And so I was just going to do like I was normally doing. So we did the lunch stream, got a little bit of donations here and there to help. And then I put out the lore series. So if you haven't seen the lore series, Star Wars Lore with Idiots, that's out now, so go check that out after this stream. It's really fun to listen to. You learn some stuff about Star Wars, and you also get to hear me try to teach a bunch of idiots about Star Wars lore. And so that's out. So I was out there. So I got the Darksaber. Then yesterday, just as tradition, just streaming, happy hour, had Boss live fire with me, and had a couple big donations. I think a couple people donated $100, and then there was a $50 donation, something along those lines. But I was getting ready to wrap it up, and we had everybody hanging out. Desi was hanging out and came and hanging out with me in the Zoom after Boss, and it was a good time. I'm getting ready to wrap it up, and then all of a sudden, $318 came in from contingent 33, so that put us at 1,000, which meant I had to do another shoey. I had done one Thursday, but then Friday I had to do a shoey. Luckily, I had found some Fosters, probably the last can of Fosters in the greater public area. And so did the shoey, and I'm sitting there going, okay. So I even went upstairs, got the Fosters, got the shoey ready, marked this time, grabbed some cheese, and did that. And I'm thinking, okay, well, we got through. I'm really happy. I'm like $1,000. Hey, we're a third of our way there. I'll take the shoey, just eat some cheese nastiness, but get it out of my system. They weren't done. Then Karth and Yummy started jumping in, and they raised another $500. So the next thing I know, I'm doing another bloody shoey, and it didn't stop there. And then they did some more to where I had to do another bloody shoey. So I'm doing a lot of Fosters and shoeys, and then the last one I did was because contingent 33. Oh man. Basically donated the last of the money I needed to get the Beskar Mando set. So big shout out to him. I can see he's in chat right now, because I can't say enough kind words about him, about Karth, about Meow Meow, about this community. Nowhere in my wildest dreams did I think it was going to take me 2 days once I started working on this to get this done. I set a goal, you know, for the costume because I looked up on Etsy what it was gonna cost for the full piece, and then plus the other stuff. And I'll be goddamn, I should have known better. I should have goddamn known better. Um, no, the shoe didn't help at all. Well, 73, the just nasty, just goddamn nasty. So huge shout out to Contingent 33 and Desi for she made the announcement. If you didn't hear it, that she wants to jump in on that, so she is going to be working on a Cara Dune costume. And so when we do some stuff, she get involved, and so she's going to do, because of what you guys did, she's doing a Cara Dune cosplay as well, real Cara Dune outfit, the whole works. So she's going to be doing that. So we'll have the Beskar Mando, well, as soon as I can get it ordered, get it shipped and everything, but it takes a couple months to do. But eventually, somewhere in February, March, I'll have the Beskar Mando costume up and running. And yeah, a little shell shocked yesterday. So a lot of stuff. I mean, I had the Darksaber. I was feeling pretty good. We had a few donations. I'm feeling good. We're having fun. I got my ass kicked in GAC as is tradition because of the stupid Vader Cron. In game, the Jabba's Relic 7, you know, just a lot of stuff. Just happy, just good stuff all around. And I'll be dead damn. They got me again. I just was not expecting that. Pretty incredible stuff from the community, and that's why I love you guys. And you guys are incredible. So I will get that ordered as soon as I can. And it's gonna take, he said 4 to 6 weeks on average is like the best scenario, probably 2 months before I get it. I'm gonna have to get my measurements done, and since I am losing weight, I'm gonna have to really get detailed measurements done. So yeah, so it's going to be pretty amazing once I get that in, and I'm gonna get even a little mannequin set up so I can keep the Beskar behind me. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna get 2 mannequins and get my Darth Revan costume up, and then when I'm ready to use it, you know, just scoop it up off the old mannequin. And yeah, so what a day. What a goddamn day, man. I'm telling you folks, I'm just blown away. Blown away by you guys. Never ceases to amaze me. What is pause for that? Oh, it's actually not that bad. Not bad at all. Yeah. It's not bad at all. So we'll get one of those. Display that. So good morning to everybody. Big shout out to Contingent, man. Good morning. Now, some other news. As I said, the lore video is out. So if you guys have not listened to Star Wars Lore with Idiots, there's now 2 episodes out. That's out right now. That came out yesterday for the public. If you would like to, and I just got reminded I need to update Patreon, which I will try to do today, but I've got to do a lot of stuff outside. So to just talk about the lore with Idiots. If you would like to support the Lore with Idiots and you want to see it become more than 2 weeks, then become a Patreon. $5 or more, it doesn't matter. Because if we reach $1,000 in Patreon every month, I'll do a weekly show. I'll do a weekly series on that. I got to get it uploaded to iTunes and stuff eventually. I haven't had time to do that. I'm busy with other things. Do that either today or tomorrow. Get that squared away. So yeah, but that's out right now. And if you'd like to support that, then please do. We're doing it every we're releasing episodes roughly every 2 weeks. It's a lot of work, time, effort to come up with the research topic, research it, notes, record it, cut it, make it look pretty, get it out there. It's a lot of stuff. So the only way I'm going to do that weekly is if we get to $1,000 in Patreons or more. So once we do that, not only will it go to a weekly series, but we will also do the lore video right after that will be about Mace Windu for Rambam. So there's that. So check that out. We've also got the Old Republic with the boys. That's another series we've been running. We're probably going to do some more tomorrow, and then we'll do the big stuff that we've been doing on Tuesdays, where we stream the Old Republic, and we're each doing each of the different dark side story arcs. And then and definitely on Tuesdays we do that, and I flip it from Twitch into YouTube. So there's just some of the stuff going on here at RSG. And anything else? No, I can't think of anything else. I was gonna be hanging out more. I was gonna try to do the Andor series again, Whittleston 3. I got tagged again. I'd be outside all day doing some yard work, so fortunately that's not gonna happen. Then tomorrow I've got stuff to do with Cody and some other folks that I promised I would do. So man, oh man, I wanted to throw Andor. Maybe I need to do it in chunks. I don't know, but all I know is I'm gonna be a tired bastard today. Since the video is on YouTube, is there any audio only form that could go to YouTube Music? I have no idea, Contingent 33. That's a good point. No idea. I'd have to research that. I don't have the answers to that. So, good question. Just no bloody way of knowing. So, so get your questions in. Anything SWGOH content related. I'm losing my mind trying to get stuff done for. I got Jabba to Relic 7. I got to work on his mods a little bit. And get those up and running. But my big thing now is getting Grand Inquisitor and their Inquisitors to Relic 7. That's my next big project. And then getting the pieces for that. And then I'm just going to farm characters for the Dr. Afros. There you go. Can you use any Mando related Lego sets? New condition. What do you mean? Hello there. Can you use any Mando related Lego sets? New condition. What do you mean by Lego sets? Hello there. Sorry, my brain's a little mushy right now. Can you use any Mando related Lego sets to donate? Donate? What do you mean? Oh, sure. Absolutely. I mean, I don't know what you want me to. I mean, I take anything Star Wars related. Sure. Mando Lego sets. Sure. I mean, yeah. I don't know where I eventually may just create a whole, like, you see my back thing here. Let me go full camera here so you can see this. This is just an idea of some of the Star Wars stuff I have here. And you can see I've got the Darksaber and I've just got figures and stuff there. But yeah, I've got tons of Star Wars stuff. Eventually I'm going to get a bigger area to display more of it. Yeah, hello there. So when we do our next, yeah, so let's do that. I didn't know you were for the children. Yeah, so what we'll do then, when we get, theme, I don't want that. I want this theme. When we get, yeah, when we get closer to our, next event, and we just got done with our last Tiltify run here, which we just did in Florida in November. For the next one, when we do visit the next children's hospital, yeah, just keep me on that. Let me write this down here. I'll add you to the charity stuff, and then yeah, absolutely, absolutely, man. That's very generous of you. Yep. And if you want to send that ahead of time, I can keep that in storage and stuff. If you have any of that stuff, just get with me. If you want to mail it to me, yeah. But yeah, if you set some aside, get with me, and then I'll send you my address. You can send them however you want to do it, and then I will definitely use those for the kids. That's very nice of you. Thank you. Very generous. But again, so is this community. Okay. Anything else? Oh, perfect. Thank you. Hello there. That's very nice. And hello there. What else is going on? No, I'm working on Jabba's Ultimate. I'm going to get the Inquisitors up for the new TB. So I'm scrambling, trying to get that done and everything. So I know we all are scrambling right now. Like, like, so yeah. Anything else? I can't think of anything right now. My brain's just Contingent to them all mushied my brain. I'm mushy pea brained right now. Those Fosters really nailed my ass yesterday. It really did, man. Oh my god. All right. Any questions? So, good morning, Darth Sign 1972. Good morning to you. Oh, also, Heinz is going to be coming to the ES next summer. I know, beginning in I think July. We're beginning of July. We will be going to Vegas, and I think that's where I'm heading. Mo Pills is graciously offered to pay for my plane ticket out there. I'll get more details on that as they come about for the Heinz trip that's coming in, but I will definitely be there. Hopefully, we get a lot of people there for that as well. You can see me and Heinz and everybody else. So yeah, we'll get that put together. So that's the only other update I can think of. But good morning, contingent. Thank you again yesterday. That's just ridiculous, dude. What you did is beyond words. What else in 3? George Fletcher. Hey, meet George Fletcher. Helenix. Hey, buddy. What's going on? Glad to have you here. The Geek Greek. Mr. Bone. He's here. Subtle Dagger. What else we got? Contingent 33 mentioned, of course. And hello there, of course. Yeah. Mo Pills and everybody, so we can get Loki out there and whoever else can get out there. I just sent me the dates. Let me look here. I just have not had time to do anything else. Okay. U.S. tours. Vegas will be from July 5th through the 8th. Which is pretty cool because that's right around my birthday, too. So, yeah. So, July 5th through the 8th is the plan. Now, if anything changes, I'll let you know. But if you guys want to come out to Vegas and come hang out and all that stuff, totally fine by me. That is the plan. And anything else? Nope. Get your questions in, guys. This is a chill SWGOH morning. I don't know where the other content creators are, but they're probably all recovering from last night too. I know Wolf must have been streaming 25 hours as he did GAC last night. No Scribbles had a long night. So yeah. Anything else? No, I think that's it. I've covered the gambit. I'm just chilling. Very exciting times at RSG. I mean, we just killed the Tiltify goal for the ACS, and I'm looking forward to doing more stuff like that. That big thing, man, is getting that costume put together so we can, when we visit kids, man. It's going to be awesome. You guys made that happen. So, and I can't wait to put it on. So once I get it all bought, paid for it, and here, I will definitely, get it put on, and yeah, you guys will get to see Ranger and Beskar Mando. I've got the helmet and the dark saber now. The only thing I've got to order extra, but it's going to be about $80. One of those replica guns, his holster piece, and then the rifle, because that'll be something I'll wear as well. It's the rifle. So, yeah, pretty amazing. And I again shout out Contingent 33 what you did, and of course Meow Meow. I mean, that woman, she is unbelievable. And then Karth, it's just Karth, man. That now they were gleefully, and Desi too, gleefully giggling like little kids in the chat as I was doing shoeies and stuff. Oh man, those shoeies will nearly knock you on your ass. Just nasty, man. Glad that's over with. I owe Contingent one more shoey, but I promised him that the next time we do it, that we're gonna get together somewhere and hook up and have some fun, man. Darsign question: are you or Heinzie responsible for pre-ordering the Celine Dion tickets in Vegas? I know I won't have anything to do with that. I love Celine Dion, but just not a show I'm interested in wasting money on. Continues this question. I missed Crumb's stream when he did the test server run of the new TV. Did you catch or get insight on which teams to use? No, Karth did, but he's not available, I don't think, this morning. We talked about it yesterday. If you want to go back Contingent 33, we broke it down because I didn't see it. I was busy streaming. that time that Crumb was doing his thing, and I really love that Crumb did that. I mean, the fact that he was out there showing stuff. Parth said and Ram said he did a really good job of answering questions and things of that nature about it. But we covered it in detail yesterday, and I don't remember everything that was brought up on that, but just watch the lunch stream from yesterday, and Karth and then throughout break down, because we got a lot of questions about it, break down everything that they mainly covered in there. So yeah, and you can go back and watch Crumb stuff, but if you want to get the quib notes on it, then yeah. Yeah, what else? We're 470 roughly. And the thought is we're gonna get the same amount of stars just through deployments and stuff, which just scratch my head out. Like the plan that the guilds come up with Karth and Maddie and Boss and them and everybody, it's a great plan, but I'm like, but we're not actually playing the game, but we're just trying to take advantage of trying to just with what we have get the most efficient way, not actually doing a lot of battles, just deploying the platoons and all that stuff. It's like this to ourselves. Now that the dust is settling into the new DP, what are your thoughts on the gated relic requirements for platoons and phases? I'm torn personally. I'm not torn at all. I don't get this because I just said it. The event itself looks great. I mean, it really does. I mean, CG's done a really fantastic job. And I do like that they did the doubling of the lower gear. But the big elephant in the room, and I'm just going to continue saying this, until they address the salvage and relic issue of just how we get this. But we'll wait and see, because Karth did make a good point with the doubling of the gear and stuff. It's going to take about a month for us to see what's happening. That being said, the sheer madness of what's needed for relics. I mean, you can double all the gear you want, but the salvage on this stuff is just absolutely bonkers. And the requirements of relics, phase 3 is relic 7, guys. I mean, phase 1, every character has to be relic 5. Phase 2, every character has to be relic 6 to either do battles and or platoon. Phase 3 is relic 7. Phase 4 is relic 8 with the relic 9 difficulty, and then 5 and 6 are both relic 9. And I'm just looking at stuff like that where I'm going, yeah, but like, you're not, how the hell are we supposed to get those many kind of the pieces that we need for relic 8 and 9. 7's a difficult one to do on its own. I mean, people are still struggling to try to get gear 12 to relic 0. So until they address that gear, they've addressed the lower gear, but they have not addressed the other gear. In some ways, a little bit they have, but not in the sense that you want us to participate in this stuff and you want us to push for it. Honestly, you just want us to spend money, because the only way we're going to do it is we have to just be patient and wait, because even a guild like I do, and we got some major Krakens in there, we just can't do it. So, yeah. But we'll see. There's still some stuff we don't know. Like, even at those star levels you mentioned, right? Darsign, we'll have to see what kind of gear we get out of that. And if it does offset what we're missing so that we can get through this stuff faster, then by all means, then I'll be pleasantly surprised. So there's still some stuff out there that we're not sure about and what they've got planned. I'm hoping that for me, I would have addressed the gear stuff before I did anything with TB. It's just me. Say this is what we're planning, and then this, and then that, and just whether you like the move or not, at least say something about it, because when you look at a relic 8 or a relic 9 and what you have to salvage, because they're so hard to get everywhere else. And I'm not talking the one pieces. I'm talking, because you eventually you get up to your point in where you get the droid brains, and you'll get the arrow magnifiers. I got plenty of those. It's the impulse detectors and the gear to keypads that are what's going to hold everybody back. And the gear to keypads, for example, that's 260 right side gear. That's like furnaces and stuff like that you have to salvage to get the 20 that you need to take up somebody to relic 9. That is absolutely crazy when you think about like what you have to do with those pieces that you need to take characters from 12 to 0. So yeah, they're kind of a gut punch there, Darsign. So again, I don't get the move, but there's still some stuff we're waiting on. So yeah. In another news, besides the massive weight loss I've had recently, I've stopped chewing tobacco. I'm vaping. I have little nicotine pouches, which got me spit a little bit, but yeah, it just had to get some of that crap out of me. But I'm not chewing tobacco anymore, so I'm on day 7. So it's been a week that we've been doing this. So, what else? In 3. There's a new Discord channel for TB. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, we'll definitely check that out. Or thinking Hondo will be a key player. They're all going to be key players, man. The Reaver stuff is what we're mainly focusing on my guild right now, and so that's why I'm religiously. I do have Grand Inquisitor. I have the Inquisitors. I got to get Grand Inquisitor 7 and then get the rest of them 7, so I can go in there and get Reaver shards. So yeah, but Hondo will be a key component of this. All of this is going to be a lot of key components. So we'll see. I know Dr. Afro is going to be a part of it, so I'm going to be working on Dr. Afro slowly. But my main thing through the holiday season is just going to be relicking as much as I can. So, yeah. Helly says, brothers and sisters, why do these customers not understand that I'm trying to watch the dang show Jedi Academy so inconsiderate? Well, I mean, sometimes you got to slug a motherfucker. Rise Vendetta says, question, what Inquisitor should I take the Relic 7 first? I'm doing, tell the ones that I'm doing Great Inquisitor, of course, him first, Rise the Vendetta. Outside of that, it's going to be Second Sister, Ninth Sister, because second, she hits really bloody hard, and she's got a ship. 2, Ninth Sister, because she's the tank. Then after that, just which ones you want to use with that combination. Pick the team. I think the team that I've decided to run with is going to be like Grand Inquisitor, Second Sister, Seventh Sister for sure, Ninth Sister, and I'm thinking Fifth Brother because of that debuff and stuff. I may take all of them the Relic 7, but I'm kind of with you there, Rise Vendetta. I'm gonna start with them first. But fifth, eighth brother if I take him, or fifth, whichever one I decide. The other one's still gonna be at Relic 5, so I can still eventually get him the Relic 7. I just think I may just take them all just so I can have the flexibility with it. What else in 3? If you're unsure if someone in your roster will be needed for TB, the answer is yes. The only question will be if you need them at Relic 5, 7, or 8. That's pretty much it, yeah. Ray Rock, I'm still waiting for cam shards to be put back in the whale source, and so I need 48 shards to send a storm. Oh, you're pretty close, brother. Mr. Brown says CG nerfed the energy from the web store day last night and removed the 50 conquest energy complete last night. Yeah, they may be doing something else, so I haven't checked the store today yet. And that's okay. We've been getting that for a bit, and I'm fine. Conquest's about to end anyway, and some of the extra energy. So yeah, I'm okay with that. They'll come back with other stuff, I'm sure. Not too worried about it. It's bonus anything, so it's free shit, so it don't really matter. It's just the annoyance of having to run into the store every day. Jar sign question, since CG also needs to adjust the droid brain since it's only given NTW for my account, I can farm the gear if needed for curative, but droid brains is my bottleneck. Yeah, and you gotta do NTW. There's a lot of bottlenecking. Contingency says, yeah, I just got all my Inquisitors 7 and above. 9th is Relic 9 and GI's Relic. I was thinking of doing Hut Cartel next. I need to take Bosch at least 7. She is 6 right now. Yeah, I haven't gone that far. I got to get them done first, and then I'm going to go start doing certain key characters and groups at 7. I need to lose weight too. We should have a guild competition. Well, I don't have much more weight to lose there, buddy. I mean, I've already lost 55 pounds. And I've got about 10 more pounds to go, and I'll be about 190, 195, which was my army weight that I would do, the shape I was in when I was in the military. So, I can't really have a weight loss contest with you because I've already done it, so it'd be kind of pointless. Yeah, I've been doing it for months now. I changed my diet. I've been working out, and I've done a lot of stuff. The biggest thing is going to be your diet there. Hello there. It's going to be your diet. Exercise is just a catalyst to get your metabolism going. Working out 5 days a week is what I do. But your diet will be the big thing. I don't eat bread anymore. I don't eat fast food. I don't eat a lot of stuff. Especially as a man, and men and women are going to be different what their diet needs are. But a lot of meat, a lot of eggs, stuff like that. So yeah. There are 4 different packs this month, so it is changing regularly. Yeah, there's a lot of change going on with the store. I need to log into the store myself. Helly says, here's a question for my Ranty Ranger. Thoughts on the new Trey and Nom Nom Nom? Is on her unique? Is she better as a leader or support? As far as I understand, the team that I was told to use her with is going to be C with the Triumphant and stuff. Karth put a team out yesterday, but yeah, the Om Nom 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 is going to be worth it for sure. Going to start eating raw liver too while you're at it. No, I don't. I don't like liver at all. It's one of the few things I just don't eat because it just does not taste right to me. 99% of the things out there, not only will I try, but I'll eat. Two things just don't taste right to me. I don't care how anybody's ever made it. Liver in any form, it just does not taste right to me. I don't know if it's the way I'm chemically made up or whatever. Just the one thing I just can't eat. It just does not taste right. And I've tried people cooking it millions of ways, and it just doesn't work. Now, there are people that absolutely love liver, and I'm happy for them. The other one is Brussels sprouts. I've tried it different ways, and I love asparagus and other veggies, and I eat them all the time, but Brussels sprouts just don't taste right to me. I don't know what it is. I'll eat it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you know, guys, know I appreciate any food, but if given a choice, yeah, it's not doesn't feel right. Taste right. It just doesn't work. I don't know if it's the metallic taste or but yeah, it doesn't work for me. Which is crazy because I love sushi and other things. It just for some reason liver ain't happening for me. Jason Hobby says word to the mothership indeed. No, I can't eat. I haven't eaten ramen in a while. Pasta, breads, carbs. No, I don't eat that stuff. And eventually the goal, hello there, and you know, hello next jokes. But I mean, you really want to just be eating once a day. I only eat once a day now. I may grab a snack of some sort, of like some peanuts or a piece of cheese once in a while. On top of that, if I just get a little bit hungry, but mostly I just eat once a day, and that's my meal, and that's all I need. And I usually wait till the afternoon to eat it. I don't eat anything late at night, other than maybe a snack or something if I need it. A lot. I eat a ton of protein. The meal I do have is nothing but like say eggs, or like today I'm going to be eating lamb. Like my mom will cook a ton of meat. That's all I eat. Like she'll make potatoes and a bunch of other stuff with it, but I'm not going to eat the potatoes and stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, my mom's potatoes are fucking incredible, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That might be the case out of Han. I don't know. It just doesn't taste right. I just don't like it. But I eat for my meal, like with the eggs, I eat a buttload of eggs. Usually, and I put them in containers, so I cook a buttload. I don't know how much exact protein, but obviously it's the right amount because I'm doing a really good job. So, let's Gyros, yeah. But yeah, if you cut out the bullshit, right? It's fast food, candy bars, that kind of stuff. And you don't have to give it up completely. I still have a cheat day, and once a week, I'll eat like some pizza or something along those lines. I don't know what I would call it. It's kind of my own little thing of putting it together, Gene Kessel. Hey, I'm just as poor as you are, hell. It's just working out that my diet works with that. I was supposed to be logging into the bloody store just to see something. I forgot about that. I got so distracted. I'm like, wasn't I supposed to be logging in? Yeah, let me do this crap real quick. So I've got a link. Yes, I'm linked my account. Let me type in my information as is tradition. Then I'll get the code. You gotta check your code. Go over here and get the code. And then we'll get our free thing. It's 50, so we have 50 less energy, but it's still energy. I'll take it. So there we go. As is tradition, we have gotten the thing from the store, and I can get out of this damn thing. Log back into the game, as is tradition. All right. George says, I went overload on protein. Every bodybuilder I've talked to said you can only absorb 30 grams every 2 hours or so. The excess is pooped out or stored as fat, and then it's wasting your body's energy. Yeah, I don't think I eat that much protein at one sitting. I'm pretty sure I'm not even close. Um, well, obviously, I've got it set up, and I don't have it in front of me, but yeah. Yeah, I definitely keto with fasting for sure. I definitely do fast, but it's what it is you want enough protein that when because I'm working out, so I do need the protein, and I do need the sustenance. That I am definitely only eating once a day because that limits how much insulin I'm producing. So yeah, and the workouts I do are intense, man. I mean, I'm doing a full military, like P90X military style workout where, I'm doing sets of, 25, elevated push ups. And I'm doing that 4 times. I'm doing a buttload of other exercises. And I do that on the days I'm doing with weights and stuff. A lot of exercises, burpees, mountain climbers, that kind of stuff where you want to scream when you're done. And then the other day I hit the bag. I pretend like I'm doing a boxing match where it's a 12-round fight, and I'll do 12 rounds of 3 minutes each of just straight hitting the bag. Those are my cardio days, the days in between my weight days. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I do weights with the exercise with the push-ups and everything. Not heavy, just a lot of exercises. Then Tuesdays and Thursdays, sometimes Saturdays if I need it. Like I'm not doing it today because I'm going to be outside busting my ass, so I definitely don't need to be hitting the bag today. But I'll do those in between. So yeah. Hello, Bubus. This is hello, the Ranger Skiers. Hope this finds you well. Love seeing the Dark Saber last night with the scribble. Yeah, I've got it right now, right behind me. So yeah. And if you guys don't know, we blew by the goal last night. Contingent, meow meow, everybody, JM, they know their name. Everybody that donated, man, I can't say enough good things about you guys. Yeah, get your free stuff, man. Gotta get your free shit. I just make it traditional. Like when I first get into the game every day, I just go in there like, okay, give me my free stuff. It's free, yeah. Yeah, but a lot of things that like you'll be amazed. Like if you just drink more water, if you cut out a lot of, like if you just get rid of fast food and candy bars and all that kind of stuff, right? Like just that alone, just changing your diet and eating healthier and less, right? Like how amazing you will feel. One, two, how quickly you'll lose weight. Um, it's way it's the old adage, when you are what you eat and you are what you do. So if you want to work out and lose weight, that's just that's about 30% of it, but your diet's the big thing. And I still drink soda, but I'll drink like, because that's one of my little vices. I stopped giving up chewing tobacco too, so I'm sitting here vaping like a motherfucker. But like I'll drink anything with 0 calories, 0 sugar. It tastes like ass, but it's still soda. So hey, once in a while I'll get a soda because that's like my little treat to myself. Especially on days like the other day, like I was out there 8 hours doing those Christmas decorations. I mean, I grabbed a Starbucks coffee and I grabbed a Mountain Dew, a regular Mountain Dew, because I'm like, I need the sugar, and I was out there just killing myself. And yeah, just because I needed that quick hit, because I was just, man, my Mama Ranger don't mess around. When she wants stuff done, she wants stuff done today. So I'll be out there blowing leaves and doing all kinds of shit that's going to kick my ass. So yeah, no hitting the bag today for Ranger. And I'm going to eat some lamb today as a treat. Ray Rock, not to me. I notice the difference. Diet Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper Zero, they taste like aspirin. And Mountain Dew especially. Mountain Dew Zero, which I drink a lot of, especially when I want a soda. But if it tastes good to you, hey, fine. Yeah, Jeremy. Yeah, tortilla chips and stuff, man. I love that shit, man. Are you kidding me? I love tortilla chips, like with salsa or queso and stuff. But yeah, no. Alex, why do you say you suck, man? You don't suck. Get out of here. Shut up. Enough out of you, young man. So yeah, I mean, but it's just you just got to commit to it, guys. I mean, it was about 260 roughly, and I was like, commit to it. I'd work out, committed to changing my diet, and it's just a mentality. It can be done. I still got 10 more pounds, or other 10 to 15 pounds to go, where I'll be right where I want to be at. But yeah. So yeah. Sorry, I'm getting spam calls and shit. Daniel McCracken, you know you're tracking with Daniel McCracken. This question: my roster is currently built for the old GAC model that was anti-fluff, with several important characters, low relic or star. Should I focus on getting another GL or gear squads evenly? I was thinking to take a couple squads up. I mean, GLs are important, but it gives you kind of a little bit of break there, Daniel McCracken. I would say pick 1 or 2 squads that you want to round up, which will be perfect. Do that, and then go get ready for your next GL. Don't do your entire roster for sure. There's another goddamn spam call. Man, they're on it this morning, man. Well, since the number's verified. Okay, let's see how verified this number is. Okay, let me look this up. What are you? I wonder who this is. Oh, look, it's a robocaller. What a surprise. Verified my ass. But no, I'm doing that right now. So it just depends on where you are your roster, and you know it better than I will, Daniel McCracken. But I would say, yeah, take a break from the GL grind, which can be really grind. I just did job, and I'm just like, and I'm doing the ultimate right now. I'm just like, oh, Calgon, take me away. But yeah, doing that. But I'm also working on gear. Like I just said, I'm working on the Inquisitors to get them all Relic 7 for the guild for the new TV. I won't have them ready by this TV, but the one in right afterwards in January, yeah. But pick a team of bounty hunters, Imperial troopers, one team that you want to use that for the not just GAC but TW. Round them out, get into relics. Focus on their mods, and so you can do all that at the same time. And then when you're ready for your next GL move, go heavy into that. I do eat a lot of dark. I do eat a lot of veggies. Basically what I do is I put a lot of veggies in my eggs. So I'll do eggs with like onions and some peppers and stuff like that. I do love that. Yeah, I do eat a lot of spinach and stuff like that. Good stuff. That's sometimes what I'll snack on is a salad. I've got little salads in the fridge that I will snack on, with like some nuts and stuff like that. So it's good. But of course, gotta watch the salad dressing you put on. So I just use you know, just salad oils and stuff. Can't use ranch dressing. It's not gonna be any in the cars. It's a lot of. Did you buy? Yeah, I did buy the ultimate mats. Yeah. Right now I'm 3, about to have 4 today, maybe 5, depending on how the tickets go for Java. So I'm almost done. I'm getting there. But I did do that. Are you kidding me? You got to. You got to take advantage of that stuff. Hell yeah, baby. I forgot we have Smuggler's Run today. Oh boy. That's going to be a lot of mod depression, but I do need those mats for Java, so let's go do this. Put this on auto. We can run HUD Cartel here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, a little HUD Cartel action. We get you in there. Use the Java Nobot. We're going to use Nast. Who else we want to Dash? No, I think I'm going to go use Han and Chewie. What a weird combo, but why not? Why the hell not? No, I think it's a fantastic deal. Again, I chewed out CG Wednesday night, lost my mind, raged on them about the ridiculousness of the relics. But I also give them credit where credit's due. Those ultimate mat farms, 750 for 75. I mean, that's a hell of a good deal, and that's a great job from CG helping with that. And I do like the double drops or the double increase of gear. I mean, that's another good season. And the mod stuff CG did, again, very happy about that stuff. But they just do certain things that just makes my head go, okay, what the hell is going on here? Betty Hall. Well, hello, Betty Hall. How the hell are you? Name of not Hudson's. Oh, well, before you were born. Glad to have you here, Betty. Oh, Black Betty, bam, 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 dum, 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 bam, bam, dum, Betty got a song, bam, 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 ding, dong, dong, bam, bam, oh, Black Betty. And this is when I first did this, I dropped down from a 34 waistband size down to 30 and generally felt much better. All I did was a handful of baby spinach ball, dressing dry, yeah. I gotta have a little taste in mine. Helly, you're a braver man than me. I mean, sometimes I eat some carrots and stuff. I like carrots and stuff like that too. Got this other event. But yeah, I'm chilling with you guys this morning, and then yes, I'll be outside as is tradition today doing yard work. Got to figure out one of the lights and the Christmas decorations. And I put all this stuff in the Discord. You guys know. You guys have seen the pictures. I've seen the pictures, and you know, yeah. What's harder, losing weight or this new TB? Losing weight by leaps and bounds. Are you kidding me? Well, Betty, I'm glad to have you here. Always a pleasure to have you here listening while you're at work. And when you get done with this, Betty Hall, you can go check out the Star Wars Lore with Idiots. It's uploaded on YouTube now. Got its own little playlist. And if you need something else, you got the other playlist, which we've been doing, is the Old Republic with the boys. Go back and listen to me and BCM and Karth and Rambam. Just be absolute potato heads. And it's funny and you can enjoy life. Yeah, there's lots of good stuff there, Betty. And since you guys haven't got a chance to see it, let me go to the cam here. I'll show it for you guys. So that is the dark saber, as brought to you by Meow Meow Incorporated. So we got that in. You can see the Beskar Mando helmet behind me as well there. It's going to be part of the new Beskar Mando set that I will be getting because the community helped me get there. If you still want to donate toward that, feel free. I mean, it's still, I've got the link in there. So the thing about becoming a Patreon too, yeah, that's a knife. Not a knife. That's a knife. But yeah, if we get patrons up to 1,000 bones a month, then I will go weekly on the lore series too. So yeah. Mentioned Cody because I'm going to be helping Cody with his mods tomorrow. So yeah, get your questions in. I mean, we're just trying to chill in today, talking about everything that's going on. So yeah, anything you guys want to talk about? I mean, talk about the game. I'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Weight loss, working out, the new Beskar Mando set. Got a picture from the guy that is going to be doing it. Looks fantastic. So yeah. Someone's joining us. Who is that? Well, his name's Pete. Pete's decided to join us. I don't know why he doesn't have his name changed. But apparently Pete's decided just to jump into the Zoom call with the Boy Ranger J1999. And maybe one day Pete in the Zoom call will actually say something. Oh, look who it is. It's not Pete. It's Aldous Sandfly. He tricketed me.
Alright, just coming.
Hey, you there?
I'm there. I'm just working out tech. Hang on, give me 2 seconds.
Working out how technology works.
Yeah.
What's going on, buddy?
Good. Yeah, we're hi. I was watching the football. How are you? Sorry, I just thought I'd jump in because you were yeah. But I've changed it now so it doesn't have my full name, so I don't dox myself every 5 seconds. But I can have it all the Sandfly because then I go to work things, and yeah, and then people are like, "Who's this joining?" It's the opposite of what you just did. Anyway,
I was about to start saying. So about to start saying, Satan, are you there? Yeah.
How you doing? You well?
I'm doing very well, brother. I mean, I couldn't ask.
Exciting.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna get that new authentic Beskar Mando set for the kids for the ACS and events. So did that happen yesterday? A lot of shoeies. Not gonna lie,
Nice.
Gut took a hit yesterday in the old gut, but it was worth it. So I'll be getting that ordered here once everything gets through and everything, and we'll have the official looking Beskar Mando costume. And so that, but you can see I got the dark saber yesterday from Yami. I got that for me.
Great.
And besides, that's the Black Series Beskar Mando helmet as well. So then I've got Baby Grogu, and then Desi. You guys know from the community, she is going to be joining me in that. She committed that she will do the full Cara Dune outfit as well. So she wants to get involved with that stuff too. So I was like, hell yeah, you put that together. I've got this put together. We'll walk around and styling, profiling for the kids. And then we just had Hello there, who said in the chat that he's got a bunch of like Lego Mandalorian stuff.
Yeah, I saw that. Wow.
I mean, yeah. So yeah, it's a pretty damn good. The last couple great days. I got Jabba the Relic 7. I mean, I get my ass kicked in GAC. I just don't care anymore. Because it's just the Vader Datacron, man. That thing is just the stupidest thing. Heinz got bit in the ass too. It just comes down to like how much dodge and can you overcome it. And even with the like, I couldn't even beat it with the SRKR Datacron I had. I'm like, this is some silliness, man. God damn, this is gross.
My new question to people is: did you enjoy your GAC? Not did you win or did you lose? Did you enjoy it? Because ultimately, that's the most important thing. I mean, this is a game.
Yeah.
And there's ways to lose and still enjoy it. There's ways to win and then not enjoy it. So that's yeah. I think focusing less on winning and losing, more on the process.
It's yeah. The thing that just pisses me off is like this affects my crystals. It's just like I don't mind losing. You know that, Aldous. If you like the guy I lost to on the first round, a really great guy, Crimson. He was in the chat. Had a great fight. He was perfect. He had basically a million more GP, but it came down to me just having to be perfect in the last couple fights, and I couldn't do it because I mean he just had a better roster and he cleared and put the pressure on me. I love that kind of stuff, right? It didn't come down to any RNG. It just came down to who can be the most efficient and get through this hard thing. But like the fight yesterday, just it was I was out GL'd because they had Jabba, so that makes it really difficult. But that Vadercron, man, I couldn't beat it. I literally could not beat it with the teams that I normally beat it with, and because it had like I don't know some ridiculous dodge number. I'm like, well, and that's the frustrating part for me because I hate those kind of fights. I really hate those kind of fights because I just want to have a good clean fight where something like that's not the driving factor. It's just like. We go in there, let's fight it out, let's duke it out, may the best man win, and if I lose, hey, salute, and I'll enjoy it. But when it's like that, I'm just sitting there going, God damn Vader.
I think they've done a brilliant job. Sorry, I see Calvin's here. They've done a brilliant job balancing out mods about not just being about speed. Like, different things are now important. And yet, with this Datacron set, it's all about dodge. So I hope they learn from that. I hope they kind of, don't give us just dodge, give us accuracy also being better or whatever. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm with you, Dark Side. We just do it because just like we win, we win. If we don't, we don't. But it's just frustrating. So, hello, Calvin. How are you, my friend? I see you've jumped in here. Okay, he said his mic's down.
Mic's down.
Yeah. So yeah, but I mean, yeah, other than that, I mean, I'm going like a madman, dude, trying to get this. Like, now that we've got these ridiculous requirements for TB, I'm like, okay, what do I got? I mean, you
Well,
got
I
to
mean,
be,
yeah.
focused fire in, so getting Jabba, which is done. I'm working on his ultimates now, Matt. So finishing up that was number one priority for me, and then now getting the Inquisitors because I've got Grand Inquisitor, so I can help my guild with that. Probably not this TV, but the next one. So getting them all the Relic 7 is going to be key for that, for those Riva
Yep.
shards. So I'm working on that.
I just finished Inquisitor. Well, I just took my last to 5 and I took 9 to 7 or 7.
Mm.
So and I agree with your order on Second Sister and Grand Inquisitor. Obviously, is the other R9s. The only other one I'm looking at is potentially Greta, the yellow one, because she keeps assisting. So, but yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, no, I am. So I'm pretty much ready to get Grand Inquisitor at Christmas. Obviously, that'll be no help to Guild, but the Guild have worked out their plan. We're on for 25 stars.
Yeah, same here. But I just,
but no battles.
I know, and I like, what kind of game?
What is this?
What is this?
What is this game mode?
Like, we can't really, because really, I mean, if you look at the requirements were like 5 across the board for just phase 1, and we saw the gameplay for Crumb, and I applaud Crumb for doing that. That was brilliant, answered a lot of questions. Then all the next round is all Relic 6 or higher, because you need them higher because the battles are going to be more difficult too. And then Relic 7, phase 3, and then you get to phase 4, 5, and 6. You're just like, oh my god, we need help.
To be honest, I don't really have a comment on the relic boundaries because
I took care of it. I ranted on Wednesday. I took care of it.
No. I mean the fact is that until we see, so imagine this game mode is say 2 years or 2-3 years worth of lifespan before inverted commas the next one. Until we see the relic ramp over those 3 years, like where the relic average sits, it's kind of hard to judge whether.
We got to see what the rewards are, though.
Yeah.
For 24 and 25, and like what we're getting from that. Right, that's going to be a thing.
I've seen that. Well, I mean, yeah. So I think I'm going to get about 5,000. About 5,000 of each could get, or 5,000 get 1, 5,000 get 2, 4,000 get 3, and then about 800 or 900 crystals just through deploying. So I think it's all kind of, and then we'll all have a go at the Riva mission, or those that can.
Well, yeah, but we're not. But yeah, I'm thinking for the next TV, because Bubba's just reminding me that we can't really do anything in this TV either because the scythe's needed for that as well. We don't have.
They removed that
for the first phase, but I think the other ones are still. I think are still there.
Okay.
But yeah, there's some part of it too. So I'm not overly concerned. We'll go in there and get what we can. But I'm thinking for the one in January. We'll get this one. We'll get a taste of it, and then by then I should have.
Then we might have one on Boxing Day or something. We might have one but. Yeah, I think it's going to be, we're going to have 2 practices effectively before most people get the Grand Inquisitor at Christmas. And then we'll start to see maybe how it settles in. But no, I think it was very positive. The graphics look great. I don't mind I wish they wouldn't gate things. And the sad thing for me, I wish they'd removed the deploying completely, and they made it only about battle completions. And say you needed like 20 waves to get 1 star, 40 waves.
I was hoping for this, that it was going to be gated somewhere, and I was like, yeah, Relic 5. That's what I guessed when it did it, but that the difficulty would be Relic 9. That was what I was thinking they were going to do, and then this one that's why I raged on Wednesday. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, man, with this crap. Like, do you not see like what we are trying to do? Just get Relic 7's difficult enough, but Relic 8 and 9, and I just broke it down here before you guys got on. What it takes to salvage the other pieces, not the
it's like 15 years to get there. It's ridiculous. It is so far out.
So it's like, and you said it too. We're coming up with strategies for deploying and the platooning so we can get the best stars we can. But it's going, even for my guild, we're like 470 million. We're thinking, okay, be specific, get the Inquisitors and do those battles first, and just get Riva. And then just my plan now is, I've got Jabba done, so that's all done. So now that it's Dr. Afros, I'm going to start that farm. But I can't go into that hard yet because I got to get the Inquisitors all Relic 7, which means I got to use my Cantina energy toward the nodes to get the pieces so I can, again, Relic 7 all these characters. So that's one part of it. So it's going to make farming a little bit more difficult because you have to make a choice now, big choice, not just like we did before. Because before it was like, yeah, there were certain role requirements, but you could kind of, you know, do this for a little bit, do that, and just focus a little bit. But yeah, I've got to go hard on gear. I'll farm the characters, but I've got to get those certain characters and teams up and running. I'm just like, God damn it. Oh man, this sucks.
What is a big help? A big help is Conquest now, because we're going into the third round of this one. We can start using a lot of our Conquest tickets for Zimbiddles and for energy if we need it. So we've got another income effectively.
Yeah, depending, and the $9.99 pack is really good because like I'm gonna get red crate mainly just because the community won't let me not get the red crate. They're like,
yeah.
Hey Ranger, how you doing on Conquest over there? Oh, I've got gold crate. I'm good. Well, why don't you get that red crate?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll finish that. I'll finish that
Yeah.
today. I've got only a couple battles left to do just to get 630, and I'll be done with it. But you gotta be careful with that too. You got to. I warn people like. You need the ships and stuff because CG is definitely going to make those characters needed for this TV. So,
I mean, I've got 2 red crates already, so I'm.
Yeah, so yeah, this third one time. You could, yeah, the third one here you can use, and I always do that too. Like you do, I'll buy like the impulse detectors. Those are the things I focus on. There is to get those impulse detectors. And so yeah, so
there's another little income stream that will kind of appear from Conquest. And yeah, basically, yeah. So yeah, no, I think it was very interesting. It was great that he did that stream. Great that he was asking and reacting to comments in chat, and it wasn't like pre-recorded, and you know, it was him doing it. Yeah, good on him.
Yeah,
good on him.
I think they should do more of that. I've been begging them for years, and that they need to have that kind of content out there where they're doing the fights themselves. And they're talking to the community, engaging. They're not going to answer a lot of questions that are out there, but you know, but they see you doing it, they see you interacting, and there was a lot of good information. I didn't watch it. I couldn't. I was streaming for Mando Armor at the time. But Karth and them broke it down succinctly yesterday of like everything that he discussed on the lunch stream, and there was a lot of good information that answers some of the questions we had going into this TV. So yeah.
I rewatched. I was sitting in Discord with a lot of people in the community, and we just broke down and went through a few of the slides, and we rewatched the thing because the VOD's still up. So it was kind of, and we just kind of chatted about it just off stream. But yeah, no, good. Yeah, good to see it, and it looked slick. No bugs, no crashes.
Yeah, that was nice to see for sure.
Looked beautiful. Love what they've done with the maps. So yeah, gave everybody a great one.
I liked it a lot. Calvin, your thoughts, man? I mean, you got your mic fixed, so that's good.
Yeah, it was my desktop Zoom variant that was like, no, we're not going to do things. So my thoughts just overall on TV.
Yeah, you know, just I mean, just what are your general thoughts, man?
So I've actually made my first ever like rant negative video on YouTube, and it was specifically about the relic levels, just because. And I'll go ahead and say right away, I'm very excited for the TV. I think that everything considered, we're gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be challenging in a good way. But specifically the relic levels for requiring 8 and 9 for the last 3 phases, I think it's just dumb, and not purely from a time perspective. And not everybody, but there's been quite a few people that are telling me like this is just like Lightside Geo. We're gonna get there after a few years, and I'm like, we're not. Like this is not. That's not a fair comparison. Like if you want to make a comparison to how this is like Lightside Geo,
in difficulty, maybe
for Fleet and Phase 4, like that's the comparison. We're not getting there for a decade. Like R9 has been out for I think what? Oh, it's been over a year now.
Yeah.
Most free to play players that are end game maybe have 2 or 3. So to even complete combat, I think you need 45. So not including platoons, not including pilots, not including the miscellaneous other R9s you have singular on teams. We're looking at like a 15-year process, unless they're just going to open the floodgates on relic materials. And they might, but like, okay, even if they double relic materials, we're down to 7. So I could be wrong.
No,
but right now, as it stands, I don't know where they got those numbers from. I will say, Relic 5 to Relic 7, that should have been expected. Like that was we've had the standard for Relic 5 on all of our characters for a long time now.
Yes.
It's been in several legendary events. It's been in Pit. It's been in Datacrons.
Yes.
That should have been expected. And then 7, all right, make this content last or be challenging for a year or two before you want to go in and swap out the planets. So yeah, require Relic 7 for platoons, require Relic 7 for pilots. But yeah, the 8 and 9 is really where I think they're going to either have to fix it or we're just not going to ever play those.
I don't know how, because even the as I was saying, the Krakens, and like I was looking at how many, just because of characters I've worked on, but having all the GLs, I looked at how many Relic 7, 8, and 9 that I had. And I've got a really good amount of Relic 7s because of just when you do all the GLs, you're going to have a buttload of those. I actually surprisingly have a buttload of Relic 8s because on top of the requirements for GLs, characters I've took up that were not requirements for that, like certain characters, like I did Bosk and some other characters that I took to certain Relic levels because, well, they needed it, right? The Relic 9 stuff, man, I got 5. And I'm just sitting there going, there's no way. Like, what the hell, man? Relic 8's hard enough. I was like looking at Relic 9 like, yeah, no.
Well, it's not even like you said you were expecting Relic requirement, Relic 5, and difficulty of Relic 9. And for some weird reason, it looks like they're giving us the opposite. They're giving us a wreck of R9, but the difficulty, like on Crumb's stream, and this is probably a positive, I shouldn't complain about this. It looked really easy. Like you could probably do it with R5s in the R9 zone. Like he was essentially button mashing with Inquisitors. I think got a pretty easy 2 out of 2.
Yeah. And he didn't even have them modded correctly. I don't think someone said. So, yeah. And that's the other thing they said about moving mods and stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's going to be a lot difficult for people too, man. I mean,
I think that's just them covering their butts for when people like taking their R5s and get slaughtered or something like that. They're trying to make sure, like, they're trying to make it clear that you can't just go in there with the bare minimum requirement and get the win.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I mean, if your modding game's on point like mine is, I mean, I've got 60 almost all these main teams and character stuff, and I've been focusing on that. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with, and I'm just, just the long-term thing of, we'll see. I mean, Karth made a good point about we get the doubling of the gear. But that'll lead to salvage, which is good, but that only takes you so far to like Relic 5 and 6 because those pieces.
Well, even then, that salvage isn't really that salvage didn't go up. Like that,
right?
They specifically cut it in half. So we're getting Gear 12 characters faster, and that's good. That should be applauded. But I'm not sure. Like, I mean, even the Gear 13 crunch is still there.
Yo, it's the biggest thing. It's the biggest elephant in the room, in my opinion. That not getting characters to Relic 0 is difficult because first you take a character to Relic 0, then you have to have certain salvage to get it to Relic 5. Once you hit that Relic 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, where those pieces where you have to then salvage the same stuff that you just took characters, that's where the rubber is meeting the road, and that's going to be the most difficult thing for a lot of players, especially newer players, mid-tier players, I think, in my opinion, that are going to be struggling with that because, it's double dipping. It's like you just farmed all these furnaces, but now you want to Relic 8, and 9. Well, guess what? You got to go farm another 250 furnaces, 260 furnaces to get the 20 pieces for the Relic 9. It's like and if you think about what those pieces represent for a lot of those characters, those right side pieces and how difficult those are to do for Relic, and then you're saying, well, take these 5+ pieces and then turn that into salvage. It's a tough thing, man. But we got to see. Well, there's some stuff that, in fairness, we don't know about the stars and what the gear we're going to get from that and stuff, and the amount of salvage we're going to get. So that'll give us a better sense after this TB, roughly, like where we're at with that, for if that's going to be a big help to help us push faster, like you said, for Relic 9, and what else can they do to alleviate this? Go ahead, Calvin, you were saying something.
No, I was going to say, really the only thing that we can be like objectively negative about, or like without like any type of foresight, is just we're going to be playing less than I think was communicated, because even in the initial release of this, the first run ahead in September, they said that they were specifically making this type of structure so that they could swap in and out planets for when difficulty needed to change, and to set it up for 15 years doesn't really make sense. Like everybody's talking, and this is good. There's strategies about preloading and being able to come back in the same day, or like deployment numbers apparently are going to cover a number of stars, but it's just one of those things where like I wanted to play the majority of the game mode. Like I didn't expect to be able to clear phase 6 like a lot of people are saying. But like I would have liked to have made it to maybe 4 or 5, and then kind of work from there.
Sure.
At least from where we're at. Like we're all end game accounts. We all have like 6 or 7 GLs. It's not like I'm some. I don't mean to, this is gonna sound like throwing shit, but I'm some guy in like a Rhodium 2 that's like, why can't I play the new thing?
Sure.
One kind of weird thing to me is just, and I'm going to be a bit controversial with how worthless Get 3 is. I mean,
That's not controversial at all, brother.
The things I can
yeah, the ratios are pretty low, actually.
Every single person I've spoken to is stockpiling to 20,000, and then is either buying mod attenuators or those Gerda, half a
Gerda.
Like literally, you can't play this TB without the Conquest characters. Like, so giving those as a reward, and that just, I mean, honestly, for me, the fact they've capped it to me means that we're going to get a ship or something in there. After they do 2 or 3 or 4 of these, they're bound to drop something into the Get 3 store that people actually want. Because at the moment, you're relicking to R9 to progress further in something to give you mods to become R9. It's like, it's not really something you want. It's kind of spending to get back. I think there's got to be something going in that Get 3 store. But at the moment, everybody I speak to is just storing up to 20,000 and then spending it on something just to hit the top. So I think that's actually for me, that's actually a good thing. Is that actually this is almost like a training TB. Where we're kind of doing it, the rewards aren't that great. Apart from the Reva Sarge, she's obviously great.
Her kit's gross, man.
Yeah,
and then they've come straight out saying like it's intended to be JMK Cat, which is nasty.
Yeah. And when you look at that kit, you're like, yeah, yep.
I mean, honestly, I'm looking. I honestly think it looks good. I'm honestly quite impressed with what they've done. But yeah, I just think that the pressure for me is to get everyone's Inquisitors to R7 to get Reva, from what I see, not necessarily to get as much Get 3 as possible. So I think people, I'm not as worried about, oh God, how far will I get? How many?
Yeah, I don't think that's a problem.
Because,
it's just a long-term thinking here, right? It's like, it looks great, and we got to see about the gear and stuff and everything like that. And Curtis on Fire, I love how you're all crying about it before we even get to try the new TB, typical SWGOH players. No, I mean, we're pretty smart players. We can figure things out there, Curtis. I mean, we're just breaking out certain things that we don't like. I mean, we give them a lot of credit.
I think, like I said, I think that this game mode lasts a certain amount of time. So it's almost impossible to really see into the future in 2 years' time where the rosters will be. We could be 35 million in 2 years' time.
Yeah. There's a lot we don't know yet. So
there's a lot of slopes in there that are going to be that we've yet to see. So I think it looks good, but I think it's like Calvin says. I think it's disappointing that we're not able to take in a team and lose. Mm-hmm. If you want to, I mean, fair enough, just go in and deploy.
That's exactly how it works.
Allow people to go in and lose. But obviously, the complexity of the game, it's very hard for them not to be a cheese. Then that maybe a nest under a Plan B lead of Han Solo suddenly, or Stormtrooper Han suddenly clears a waves. So I can see kind of they're a little bit protective of it.
Yeah, but I love that from the community.
When things are figured out like that in a cheap way.
But yeah, I mean, I think they've never really got a handle on the cheating or really handling.
But for me, like, I love when the community comes up with stuff like that. Like, who thought of this? That's brilliant. I love the theory crafting and people coming up with these strategies and counters and stuff. I enjoy it thoroughly.
I take my hat off in Conquest. I did a battle where I got 15 Masters training in a single match on that treasure node. Whoever came up with the idea of you create an infinite loop by putting Masters training on Zombie, and then every time Zombie gets killed, it resets Hoda, who then gets a bonus turn, who can then put it straight back on Zombie, who gets killed. And you end up doing 15. I did 15 in a single battle of Masters Training. And
Yeah,
it's
someone came up.
just,
Yeah, people come up
it's
with
a
we
fun
did.
one.
Yeah,
And it's
they
great
come.
to
Yeah,
see.
in Conquest, I love that stuff, man. Good morning, Darth Elder, and Curtis. Yeah, but I could be fair, man. I mean, there's certain things I don't like, and I'm going to. For me, it's about letting them know that pisses me off. But I'm also fair with CG. You know, like I've always been fair. I love the doubling of gear. I love. The TV looks great. I love recently the mod stuff they do. I think the kits that they've been coming out with are fantastic. The graphics look incredible. I mean, I'm blown away by some of the stuff that CG's doing. So I give CG credit a lot of times, and I'm fair with them. Like, man, you guys are killing it over here. But when I look at the requirements, like, and just understanding how hard it is for Relic 8 and 9, it's like, yeah, I'm going to be pissed off. And it isn't whining. It's just me saying, God damn, kiss my ass. You don't have to agree with my opinion. It's just my opinion, and it doesn't mean I'm right either. But I'm not just saying that we're just whining now. It's just this one aspect of it, like, God dog, man, I because I really want to play it, and if I'm gonna get my ass kicked, like these guys said, I'm gonna get my ass kicked again. My thought was gonna be Relic 5, which I was okay with. Difficulty Relic 9 or higher, and we got to figure it out. And maybe you need those Relic 7. Even if it had been Relic 7, I would have been like, yeah, that's reasonable. It's been Relic 5, but if they pushed it to Relic 7 for like some of the requirements for the platooning and stuff, yeah, that would have been okay with me. Not the best, but I could deal with it. But the 3 of the 6 phases are Relic 9 with Relic 8 and Relic 9 requirements just to platoon and do all this stuff, and you're just looking like what it takes to get the relic materials and stuff. It's like, good lord. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, like we don't need to see the new TB to know that we don't get to play it if we don't have a full 5 of R9s or whatever. Like that's, yeah.
So, but if you think we're whining, that's okay too, Curtis. Keep being you, buddy. Appreciate you. Question for the panel from Helly. Oh God, it's a Helly thing. In a world where Helly didn't ask a silly question, he didn't. He's not asking any silly questions today. He's been on point. It says a man named after Sam Flies laughs. Ranger Ransom, Calvin is awesome. Are you guys awesome or what? I think awesome. Yeah, thank you, Helly, for the kind word. Let's see here. Andrew Zani. Question. I've been thinking about it for a few days, but I have no desire to do GAC anymore. I haven't touched Conquest in 10 days. I don't even want to log in anymore. Do I stay for the TB? Give it a shot, man. See what happens. I'm going in. I'm still going to experience it and see what's going on. No, nobody. Curtis, hold on, Curtis. Nobody expected to be beat. I mean, nobody.
This is not a difference between today and 2 years. With the current setup, this is a difference between today and 15 years from now. Like this is not close. Like, do you think that us not getting the deployment and fleet on light side territory battles is also fine? Like that can just stay there until we get double the amount of ships we have. Like it's not the same thing.
I don't know. I'm kind of partly with Kurt. I mean, I expected R7 as a gate, and I did kind of maybe expect R9. In fact,
difficulty.
Actually,
yeah, for sure.
Actually, it goes like R5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 9, or whatever. Like it kind of, you go, hang on. You mean you are bringing R10 and R11 in? It was kind of, It hits like a weird ceiling. So no, I expected R9, and I don't blame them. I agree. Given TG's history, giving R5 being a gate back for Geonosis. No, where are we? Yeah, Geonosis. I expected R7, so I wasn't surprised at all. So I'm not raging about that at all. I just think I think it's fine. One thing that the one point I've been kind of making to people is that I feel I wish they would obsolete Hoth and Geonosis and then give us an easy, normal, hard version of the new one. Because at the moment, CG is having to maintain 5 different TVs. And therefore, they've got a lot of different interactions and work going on. Whereas, to be honest, if they did the same for Conquest, same for TB as they do with Conquest, where people are picking normal, medium, hard, or normal, medium, whatever it is. I think that might have been a better step forward, and then just copy the Hoth stuff across, the Geonosis stuff across, and give the rewards in that space.
Well, I like the structure of the TB, right? And I like the way it's designed, less battles and things of that nature. I like a lot of what I'm seeing from TB. It's just, again, not being able to touch it. This isn't like Lightside TB where it's just, I can beat a 4-for-4 Lightside TB, but we just are not going to get more stars until we get more ship GP. That's just the way it is. And I don't like that. I like, for me, Make it challenging. My favorite event in this game, and I just did it yesterday. It was funny because someone said, "Can you show me the Malik event?" And I love the Malik event. I thought it was one of the best events they ever did. Challenging. It was a puzzle. I had to figure it out, and the gameplay was really unique and felt immersive, and I really like it. They can think about the game, but you can do it in a way too. And the thing that I was thinking about this too with TV is like it's supposed to be adaptable. Like they can change it, right? Unlike the
exactly.
other ones. But so why start it at such a high level of Relic 9? Why not start at Relic 5 and 7? Make it difficult because there's still a lot of players that are just not sniffing Relic 5 into 7 with a lot of their stuff, right? Make it that you want to increase it over time or change the planets and change the battles and change the difficulty and stuff. I have no problem with that. That's why I'm really excited for TV, because it allows them, unlike Hoth and Lightside GOTV and things of that nature, where it's kind of static, right? They can go in there and do some changes and change the requirements and do some other things. And I'm excited about that, but just the level that they started it out with is all I'm saying, bro.
Well, and it was poorly communicated, because when they did the road ahead, they specifically told us this is going to have planets that can switch out to increase difficulty over time. So that's what we were all expecting, and to get the upfront impossible, it's just a little bit infuriating and just unnecessary. Like they could have set this up, even R7, R8, whatever they wanted, for the specific nodes. We could go through it. We could beat it in 2 or 3 years, very similar to how we did to Lightside Geonosis. And then they could swap out the plans and be like, all right, you're doing R9 now. Like there was no need to dangle the impossible in front of us of, again, something that is just so wide. Like this isn't something we're all going to work towards right now. We're going to work towards R7.
Yeah.
And we're going to do that first. And then eventually R8 and then eventually R9. But they didn't have to throw all 3 of it at once when they specifically had the mechanisms to not do so.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah,
it's a very emotive subject. I can see why. I mean, I can see why of all the things, it's the people that want to talk about that most. But I think I think it's fair. I think it's fair to disagree over it, or some people rage at it, some people like it. It's just fine. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And it comes back to expectations. I think, like ultimately, this is going to be fine. Like we're going to do the whole preloading thing. We're going to do our 2 or 3 phases. The deployments are going to be enough. But it was an expectations of we were told it was going to be this, and then again to get this extreme version of something we really never even gotten before at this level. It's
it's just jarring, man, and it's just you just scratch your head because I mean, kind of smart people here.
We don't get to that phase. Nobody's getting to that. Everyone are only really getting to phase 3 at the moment, or phase 4 at max. So they're 2 days short. So I don't think it's more of a conversation. It's more of a thing to rage about now, but it'll be a problem for us in 2 years' time.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But I mean, Curtis, if you disagree, that's fine, man. But don't say that we're whiny, man. I mean that belittles the position that we're taking. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to respect,
I don't know. I'm a bit whiny.
All right, but I mean, if it seems like whining to you, that's fine, man. But I mean, just be respectful about it. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't put people's opinion. I may disagree with it. Like we on this panel, we disagree with stuff all the time. But I don't sit there and go, well, you guys are just being whiny bitches, and you guys are stupid, and shut up, and I'm sick of you guys. That kind of thing just doesn't work. It doesn't move the conversation forward. So yeah. Because you're making it personal, Curtis. When you say someone's whining, you're basically belittling their position, that what they're doing is just being, a bitch. That's what it means to me when you say I'm whining. And the amount of money I play in this game, if I wanted to, goddamn it, I have the right to whine all I want. But I don't, and I'm just saying. Yes, words do have negative connotations. It may not be your intention, Curtis, but I mean, I could say you're being.
I think it was his intention, though. He's making comments like, "If you're smart," or in other words, implying we're not. Like someone called Kate back, or in other words, our opinion.
Yeah, those kind of things, man.
Like these are specific things that are aimed at that.
But yeah, you're intentionally, call Kate. Those kind of comments, man. Come on, man. Like if you have an opinion, you think that it's not that bad. Cool, and I'm with you, and I'll have the discussion. And one of the greatest compliments I ever got was from McVenom. Like, I have my opinion, But if you give me good evidence and good sound reasoning on like, why I'm wrong, I'll change my mind. I'm absolutely down to change my mind. And I'm not saying I'm right. And I could be completely off base with my rage that I did about the Relic 9s. How I felt. How I felt at the time. It's my opinion, but it's not whining. So, but if you think it is, that's cool. Just, let's, you don't have to make those other kind of comments, man. That's why I'm just like, come on, bro. All right, we had another question here. I lost it. They tried to do an ad for YouTube. Darth Elder. It says kind of two questions. You probably answered this, but did you watch Chrome's TV preview and did it change any of your thoughts? And do you think that they should do previews for more content? I've been begging them to do that. I love that he did that, and I think they should be doing more. And I've been up their asses to do more stuff like that. I thought it was brilliant. And from what I gathered, I didn't watch it live. I know Aldous did. I think Calvin said he did.
I got clips of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bits of it.
So, yeah.
There was more. I have to say there was better people in the chat asking proper, sensible questions. I was watching because it was about 3 a.m. It suddenly appeared. I think it's exactly the right thing to do. I would rather that CG under an official channel did all their own reviews, launches, and did them in that manner. So I really applaud him for doing it. So yeah, I think I think it was exactly the right thing to do. And I thought it went pretty well. So yeah, I like that. The only thing I was a bit confused about, no announcement, no discussion. It almost looked like CG Crumb had stolen the laptop and was leaking it to the community. Like, why was there no in-game thing, oh, by the way, or just anything? You kind of had to stumble across it, which I thought was strange, because like you see, a lot of people here are always asking us, oh, did you see it? I missed it. A lot of people in the UK or Europe missed it simply because of the timing it ended up being. So yeah, it was good. Really, it was really open, and actually, Crumb was very good in actually interacting with chat, because he's got 400 people in there, and some of them were trolling, some of them were asking the same question. He has to deal with all the same bots that we deal with as content creators.
I get a lot of porn bots. Yeah.
So so I think incredible to do that sort of thing under those and not just release a pre-recorded video. So yeah, I thought it was very good.
PD says, morning everyone, had an awesome conversation with my guild leader about this TB, and it made me laugh thinking about unlocking Jar Jar in the game's 10-year anniversary at Relic 20. How dare you, sir?
Bring on Jar Jar, guys.
How dare you? Get that shit.
I love Jar Jar.
Well, there you go. Oh man, I can't. Who joined us? Oh, Karth joined us. Hey Karth. Hey buddy.
What's up, buddy? How you feeling?
Well, I'm feeling just fine. Had a couple hours sleep, and my gut's recovering from all the shoeies, so yes.
Worth it.
So get your questions in, guys. Keep the discussion. Hey, listen, I'm all about different opinions on here, so trust me. Keep those coming.
All right, he lets me back on. I disagree with you about datacrons was left and right?
Oh yeah, me and Calvin have gone at it about datacrons, and that's okay. He has a certain viewpoint on it, and I have a certain viewpoint. So yeah.
Me and Calvin like Conquest. We're still allowed back on.
Oh,
that's true. Yeah, that's also been a thing.
Yeah, Rangers are the minority with that one.
About what?
Liking Conquest. At least within the panel right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, that's a pretty unique panel.
Well, Conquest is just one of those things that's like, okay, I do it. I get the max banner. I mean, there's some good stuff to Conquest, but I just find it, I just do. I mean,
and I understand that too.
Especially after the first one, because you do the first one and there's some challenges there because you're looking at like how it's going to play out. But once you get the pattern and everything, you're like, well, second and third one, you're just going through the motions really, of what you're doing. So that's all I've been doing with Conquest, and I really don't stream it other than the first iteration of Conquest.
It's not very streamable, like you said, unless you do it at the very beginning. It's really not super streamable content.
Because there's a lot of it's just the repetitive nature of it, where you're just like,
yeah,
I just did Inquisitors, let's do Inquisitors again. And a third time. And a fourth time. It's the same battle over and over again you're showing. So yeah. But yeah.
Well, one of the things about GAC that makes it, I think, a little bit more interesting is there's a lot of risk involved. In Conquest, if you lose, you just re-examine and go back in.
Yeah.
In GAC, it's a big deal a big deal for the game if you can't get the team down, because then you just lose.
Give me a second. Hello there. I got you here, buddy. I'll get with you right after the stream and we'll get that squared away. Hello there is going to be donating some Lego sets for us for future endeavors for stuff we do for the ACS. Next time we visit the Children's Hospital of Atlanta, we can have some cool stuff to give away. So let's get some big shout outs to hello there for that's very generous, sir. And I appreciate that, man. And I'll get with you afterwards. Oh, I don't get easily offended, brother. I'm just saying how you word things, just, but there's stuff that gets lost in translations, but there's some little jabs there, Curtis. Come on, you're jabbing a little bit. Come on. That's fine. And you got your opinion and I respect it, and just keep it that. That's all. You don't have to like bring Kate in here. Don't get me wrong, I love Kate. Kate's the best. I think she's out of town. Where was she going? She was going somewhere. There's a lot of holiday travels going on. So yes, thank you very much. And again, shout out to, I already gave you your praise, Karth. You bastards last night really nailed my ass to the wall with all the drinking. They were
I blame
ruthless.
Contingent for all of that because he DM'd me first.
I know he did, because when you guys both did the 125 donation, I'm like, okay, all right.
Because he DM'd me the first time. He's like, hey, you want to get to the next shoey? I'll do half and you do the other. And I'm like, sure, send it. Why not? And then I does another 250 and Contingent messaged me again. He's like, want to go halfsies again? I'm like, sure, send it. Why not?
And then that last one he did, man.
Yeah, I messaged him back because I had to step away for a little bit. I'm like, oh, so we went nuclear. I like the strategy.
Oh my God. So if you guys don't know, my goal was we got through the Tiltify this year for all the stuff we did for ACS. And again, big shout out to the community. We raised $16,000 for the ACS and had a wonderful event. Doing it down in Florida. I was there in November for the Florida thing with Finn, and great venue, great everything. And so my next goal is, I was thinking about it. I kind of noticed this during Halloween. This is what got me thinking about it, and just the stuff we've done in the past, like with the Children's Hospital. They just don't know who the hell Darth Revan is, So I had a girl, cutest little girl. She was in a Among Us red costume. So look at this little sus kid. And she came up, are you Darth Vader? No, I'm not Darth Vader. And then another 4-year-old says, his mom says, so who do you think he is? He said, Boba Fett. She says, no, he's not Boba Fett. He said, Jabba. I'm like, okay, I got to get a different costume. So if I was going to do it, I was going to go all in, right? So I started the campaign, and we started yesterday. Or Thursday, I raised $582, right, for the authentic Mando costume. And then yesterday,
oh wow,
Karth, Meow Meow, and goddamn Contingent just blew the doors out of the goal of 3,000. I was thinking I was going to get a couple $100 every day and just over time get it built up so I can go get the costume. They said hold my bear, and basically blew me out of the water yesterday. We've got over 3K raised now for that costume. So and Meow Meow's already got me the Darksaber behind me, which I had on earlier, and the Beskar Mando helmet, the Black Series one. So I mean, this community is ridiculous. They really are, man. And then you get people like hello there saying, hey, I love what you do for the ACS and the stuff you do with the kids. So, send it, man. I'll take it. We'll make sure that those kids get that stuff. And we had a lot of fun when we were visiting, and we gave a lot of stuff away, right? The funniest thing is when we were dressed up as Darth Revan, and we'd fight the kids. They each had their own little plastic lightsaber. I remember Wesson. I let him kill me, but he wanted to make sure I was dead. So he took that lightsaber and just started beating the crap out of me with it while I'm sitting there laughing my ass off, and his parents are laughing. And that's what it's all about, right? That's the kind of stuff that I want to do. And now that COVID's a thing of the past, we can really start doing that stuff again. So that's why. But again, thank you to everybody. But I ended up doing about 4 shoeys last night of Foster's and bourbon. And that's not including the one I did Thursday. And I saw Contingent a goddamn shoey. So yeah, I'm a little discombobulated this morning. You hear that evil laugh from Karth over there. OBZ question: do you think Get 3 will be added to any current or future raids or TB? I want our guild to focus on farming operation requirements instead of worrying about camp cards and like play geo. We only get 5 to 7. Oh, no. Get out of here, Wolfman. I don't love Foster's. Foster's is gasoline for the soul. Good lord. Get out of here.
Now, what we learned last night is that Foster's will make an atheist pray. That's what we learned.
Yeah, it really will. Nasty. I was in there pounding cheese, like the hottest cheese I can get, just to get that taste out of my mouth. It didn't help, man. I was vaping like a motherfucker, man. It was horrible. Get 3 in other places. What do you guys think? Do you think we're going to get into some maybe? I mean, we've been thinking for the longest time we're going to get Simmable Sith raid and like a mythic raid on the heroic AAT. Do we think that or something along those lines where they might drop some more of that get in the stuff? Maybe they start adding it to TW. What do you guys think?
It's likely, yeah.
I'm not sure. Well, no, I was just looking at the math there. So by my by my kind of calculations,
scientific.
the deploying in Rise of the Empire gets you much better rewards than even playing Geonosian. The way it kind of sits. I think they want I think Get 3 is going to be their new bit of thing that everybody's going to want, and they're going to put something for Get 3. So I'd love it if they did, but I think they're very, very frightened of people stacking Get 3. Hence, they put a cap on it at 20k. So they obviously don't want to repeat. So I'd love it if they did, but I don't think they will. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well,
go ahead, Carlos.
I think they will probably after TB gets rolling, so probably sometime in January and February, we'll probably see them add it to like the TWs and probably like the challenge pit. I don't know if they'll add it to the Sith raid, but they might add like a little bit, like 100 pieces or whatever of it, just to give you some sort of external income on it. But I could almost say with a high degree of certainty that at some point they will introduce characters or ships that we will need Get 3 currency to have, and that is why they started with a cap on it, so that people just can't hoard it day one and then immediately unlock those characters. So my guess is that they wanted to kind of slow roll getting it out there and then kind of give people a little bit of time to pick up some stuff that they are behind on, like cam or whatever else, and then when they get ready in 6 months, when we've kind of gotten Reva kind of somewhat squared away or whatever, we can look at moving the ball forward on whatever else they want us to earn out of it. So like getting Red 5 or the Ravager or Luthen ship, or I mean whatever they want to throw in there. It's just odd that we have no character to get from the Get currency like we had from every other TB so far. So it's kind of weird that that's an outlier at the moment. So
yeah, there you go.
I think this is like, if you look at CG's track record with this, they've done that with other Get currency. Like they give it its immediate amount of time, and then after it's been out for a while, they start to put it in everywhere. Like Get 1 now, the oldest one, it's everywhere. Like I think it's even in GAC in some of the boxes or something like that, or at least it was. So I think it's give it enough time, and I think it'll spread around.
Yeah.
But what I was just saying there, or what I was looking at was that if I'm 150 million GP guild, I can potentially get 2,200 Get 3 and buy 5 cam shards for every single person. So you're actually creating a world where you potentially skip Geonosian and you go straight from the old one to the new one, and your deploying alone will get you enough, like even if you get to 7, 8, 9 stars over 6 days, because you get to, so everyone's deploying 150 million 6 times, and you're not gated on that. That's going to get you enough Get 3 to buy 5 shards every single, and therefore you're getting 10 a week, 10 a month, because you do this twice. So effectively, you're getting cam much faster. So I wouldn't bother with Geonosian. If I was 150 million GP guild, you could skip Geonosian and you'll get cam faster by doing the new one.
That makes sense. We'll see.
You'll never do a battle. You'll never put anyone in a platoon, but you'll get the credits.
The thing but with the get 1 and get 2, the reason that gear, I don't know, maybe why they didn't have a cap is because you needed so much bloody of it for these ships and characters and stuff. I mean, 68,400 for like a gas unlock or a Malik unlock, right? So it'll be interesting to see in my mind, like with get 3, if they're going to cap at 20,000, what's going to be the limit though of like where they go with, like if they say they introduce a new character or something or ship in there, and it's 68,400, well then that cap's going to be pretty brutal because, you know,
you can't hoard.
You know,
you have to take into account. I think that's what I don't think we will get characters, but I think that's their intention is that you're not going to be punished for using your currency.
Yeah.
Instead, everyone is punished.
Yeah, exactly. It's just gonna say, hey, if you didn't save all your get 3 day 1, and in 6 months from now you didn't have your 90,000 that you need to unlock this brand new capital ship, or pilot or whatever else, you know, then
I prefer it this way though.
Yeah, well, it's
I like being
long
able
as
to
it
spend
starts.
it, not getting hit later.
Yeah, I mean, you can just float right under that 20K mark and have a head start, you know, if you really need to. But yeah, I think that's kind of where they're headed with this one. They just kind of want to keep the bar equal so that when they do release stuff that nobody can go get it day 1, which I think that might mean that gives you an inclination of what the power level on some of those characters are going to be.
Yeah.
Where they want to kind of pull back a little bit from people having, you know, day 1 relic, you know, 7-star Malik and 7-star gas and things like of that nature. They want to kind of drip feed it into the community a bit more. So
Dalton says, I decided to go for G Elevator, got my Bad Batch done. Congratulations. Yeah, I would lose. I think we would all lose our mind after Andor. I think we've all seen it here. His ship.
Yeah.
I want Luthien in the game too. Oh my god, this show was so bloody good, man. No spoilers because I know it's still a little fresh out there, but oh boy, that series made me very happy. I loved it very much. Oh my god, and his ship is the dopest ship ever, dude. The shit he did with that ship, I'm just like, that needs to be in the game. That's all I gotta say, man. That thing was awesome. So I'm sure, and someone said to me, was it 2 days ago? They're like, "Hey Ranger, is this officially the year of the ship?" I'm like, "Man, it's been past the year of the ship with the amount of ships we got this year. We still need more, but yeah, it's definitely been the year of the ship." I said 2021 was going to be the year of the ship, and well, I was wrong, and it was 2022. I was off by just a few months. Just missed it there just a little bit. So yeah, get your final questions in. If you have any questions or thoughts, feel free to get those in, and we'll read those and answer those, and continue doing what. Yeah, just a little bit off there, just a wee bit off. I missed it by that much. Oops. You know, the thing about 2021 is I got every prediction right of what came out, except how many ships we were to get, and then everyone just like, yeah, you predicted all the GLs and stuff, Ranger and Legendaries and stuff, but you know, you fucked up on those ships. Like, I know. I opened my fat mouth, and that's what I get.
I mean, just to have the GP to finish light side Geo, we need like what, another like 19 ships into the game. So we got time.
We'll never finish that. We'll never finish that.
We'll never go back. I mean,
yeah, no, it's
there might be like one guild who's like, all the 14 million GP people, let's go form a guild for one light side Geo, get the title, get the cool rewards from CG, and then disband forever.
Well, that's what I mean, is that, you know, they're almost obsolete in Geonosian from the consciousness at the moment of certain levels of players, and you almost never go back. Therefore, I'm sure people go back, but that just means that the cam mission, which is a great mission, and the other one, no, it's just the cam one. That Reek mission's quite good fun. Is it Reek, the one at the end? Those then disappear. I'd love to see those come back as some sort of galactic challenge on a day, or give us a bit more time to those.
They're reusing those missions inside of this TB too.
Yeah.
I
We
think
have
we're good.
we got a mission in there where we're fighting the Reek, I think somewhere in the mixed territory. And I
And
believe
Genos is a planet. Yeah.
yeah, and I believe one of them, and then I think one of them were fighting the Nexu.
Okay, good.
So they are repurposing some of those assets into other missions. They're like, what I mean, if the planet happened to have that species as a native thing, they're like, oh, we'll just do a mission where you fight this again. So I mean, and that's kind of cool because that's kind of one thing like I miss from the old Hoth TBs is fighting the ATSTs. Like I miss fighting vehicles and stuff like that, and kind of doing like a little bit more intricate fights or whatever else. Just something that's variety. That's not like, hey, snowtroopers, pew pew.
All right, Contingent 33 says instead of talking to a shoe, you drink out of a shoe. Okay, I did do that. Ellie, what did I just say about bloody spoilers? Just put spoilers in the damn chat.
Well, that's easy.
You take care of it. Busy.
Boop.
You have done this yourself, Anakin. Your lust for power has allowed this dark lull to twist your mind until you become the very thing you swore to destroy. Oh, I love bringing Star Trek and Star Wars, and I love both of those. I mean, I'm a big Trekkie fan too. I just love Star Wars more, but I'm also a giant Lord of the Rings nerd. So, I mean, if you want to talk Lord of the Rings, I'll go in depth, baby. You know, I mean, I'll go.
There's room for it all.
Yeah, you got it. I mean, I love just fantasy. One of my favorite fantasy settings is Forgotten Realms because I'm a big D&D guy. And we know we do D&D, so you know, from gods to all the main players in that stuff, from Dritz to Elminster. I mean, you get me on starting that is then. Well, you'd be surprised, Maya, who isn't a Lord of the Rings nerd. And so everybody's got their thing. There's people that are just, they're not, Star Wars is not their number one love. It's Harry Potter, or it's Star Trek, or it is Lord of the Rings, or it is, you know, Game of Thrones, or, you know, whatever it is, right? Yeah, I'm also a giant anime junkie. I've seen over 2,000 anime in my life, easily. I've seen every main one. I've read over 1,000 mangas easily that I've committed to. So yeah, but we all can like different things. Star Wars is just my number one passion. The most dope. But I do love me some other stuff. And when you talk about lore, oh boy, we'll be here forever. Don't get me started. We'll nerd the shit out. We'll nerd that shit out right now. Star Trek, Lord of the Rings. I don't care. We'll get Game of the Lord Potter nerd. Yeah, take that title. I'm a big nerd. I'm proud of it. I'm also a bad motherfucker too. Ex-Army Ranger and stuff. Yeah, I can handle my own. Okay, the red thing. Okay. You know what that's referencing to. Okay, I was just being kind there. It's probably around 5,000, Helly. I've seen everything, dude. You mentioned a series. I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen it. I do love me some anime. Well, I am far behind this season on stuff because I've been busy with the new lore series that's out right now. Did you go check out on our YouTube channel? Star Wars Lore with Idiots. Karthik was a part of it, along with BCM and Kashmir, where I tried to teach lore to these morons, and they basically make my life hell on earth. Curse on Fire. Question: what's a reliable ray with dash quant counter that's not Lord Vader? What have we used in the past? We've used, well, JMK. That's an obvious choice, right? We use JML. Depending on the what else
JML and fives works decently well. It just depends on how many tanks they've got slated in there too.
Will Starkiller work on that kind of team? Ray Dash.
Well, hang on. What does it have the Dashcron?
Yeah, it's a Dashcron. Yeah, that's what Curtis is asking.
That's a hard.
I don't think it works because even Starkiller even struggles against normal dash without Ray.
I don't think it's Starkiller's on that one. No, I mean Ray, yes. With Dashacron, no. Especially with Ben Swallow hanging out there showing off his abs. Trying to think of like the Jabba will eat it alive if you happen to fortunately have Jabba. SLKR could do it, but you're gonna have to go in there with the heavy team. I mean, you're gonna have to watt like armor poor SLKR with his Datacron to even sniff that one.
How quickly does it charge a C's ultimate? What does
Well,
every time dash count, or does it charge C if you link
No,
them?
no, that's a good point. But
A loaded C actually does pretty well.
Yeah.
Like if you can give him armor and watts, and armor can get the 3 stacks on him,
you're gonna need two solid tanks. 'Cause they're gonna.
You're gonna need that because if the healing, once the healing immunity gets you, you're pretty much done.
Yeah, if you get hit with that, you're in trouble. So you've got to have those 2 tanks in there taking that initial hit. And then if you can get your ultimate off, absolutely, because then you just kill. I think we've done that before. You link dash, and I'm trying to think who else immediately. They got to die. Like as soon as you get to ult, they gots to go. And if you do that, then the rest is not that bad.
Just unless Curtis is my opponent, in which case just take in Rose, Pico,
Yeah.
Ewoks, just take in anything.
Have you
doesn't
tried
matter.
Bad Batch against it? Why don't you give that a shot? That's what I was just saying.
If you're facing me, do that.
I mean, I don't think you've looked at it, Curtis. The Ewoks, that's a good counter possibly for Ray. Yeah, according to Aldous there.
Yeah, if you're facing me, yeah.
I think I faced Curtis once in GAC and got my ass kicked. So I think you're gonna be all right, Curtis. Contingent 33 question: would you recommend any of the new TB Omicrons? I am saving my TB Omicrons, and I don't know what to do with them because I was saving them for the new TB, but now Car's telling me that I should just use them.
Well, so from what I saw from Crumb streaming with his, and this is not a dig on Crumb, I mean him just kind of going by the seat of his pants on making that happen. I honestly don't think TB Omnis are going to be a thing until we start getting into the later phases, because for as ham-fisted as he was playing, he was still getting 2 out of 2. So it's like decently, he was going with Relics characters and, doesn't even know the effective way to play some of these teams, and was having chat kind of guide him through some of that stuff, and was still getting 2 out of 2. So I don't think TB Omnis are going to be a necessity out of the gate, because you can't even get in there until you're Relic 5. So it's like, it's not like you need the Omi to carry your lack of relics. You're gonna have to be R5 to get in. So we'll see how the CMs go. But again, the other thing too, like Aldous was saying earlier, you get so much more out of platooning and deploying than you get out of combat missions. So it's like, it doesn't seem like it's worth the investment. Players are gonna be better off suited bolstering their roster in other places where the rewards are going to be a little bit more tangible.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I think we were talking last night, it's going to take, if you do all 5 CMs on a planet, you get 1 million territory points. If you do fill out a platoon of 15 characters, which is 10 less characters than to do the 5 missions, you get 18 million.
Yeah. So
it's like, it becomes, you have 18 people that need to use 25 characters to potentially get that same amount, or you use less characters, platoon everything, and get way more points. So I don't see a huge rush for them right now.
Yeah.
Until we get to later phases. There might be, when we get guilds that are hitting phase 5 and 6, we might see that they become a necessity as part of the strategy. But for phases 1 through 3, I just can't see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hoard and I'll keep them for now, and we'll see.
And I would suggest that there's a danger of more specific TB Omicrons coming, or ones that are more effective.
Yeah.
So the TB ones that you have at the moment, there might be other ones that will appear in 2 months' time that suddenly become once they've drained you of their Omicrons, there might be 1 or 2 just appear. So I would hang off. I think everyone's hoarding. I think until we play it, we'll get an idea. But I agree. I'm hoarding, but I'm not doing any TB ones for this one based on the current plan.
Yeah, yeah. We'll have to wait. We're gonna play it by ear here a little bit. We'll get better information once we can get our hands on it and things. But yeah, for right now, just hoard your Omicrons unless you have like a one that you really need. Like you just unlock Starkiller and you need, there's much conflict. I mean, you kind of need that one for GAC and stuff. So yeah, those kind of things. But if you're just like where I'm at, where got Malagas and all these other guys done and stuff, I'm just like, okay, cool. I'll hold on to this and just wait and see when I'm gonna drop them.
That tray is looking tasty.
I know. We just had a question
Yeah,
about
Trey,
that
it's
from
happening.
Obigsy said, question, I have 1 Omicron and just 7-star Hondo. What should I say for Trey instead? I don't know. Hondo's really bloody good on offense, too.
I don't know what Hondo's does.
I wish Wolf was
It
here.
gives him preloaded turn meter, and then his ransom effects get doubled.
Which is insane.
So he basically starts every battle. If he's with a full team of scoundrels / smugglers, he has 100% turn meter at the start of the battle. So you can instantly go in, captive somebody, and then remove 20% turn meter out of their team.
That's just insane.
Yeah, so that sounds really good. I just don't know. So I'm sure there is. Like, where practically for a scoundrel team is that going to make a huge difference? Is that like a defense on BAM so that they can't immediately, like bounty hunters can't immediately go ahead and annihilate BAM?
I think Wolf said it's for offense mainly, right?
Yeah, it's because it's too easy to cheese on defense. Because on defense, you can go in with a 5-man team and take a gear 8 Baze Malbus with a pre-taunt. Hondo's going to captive him. He doesn't lose the taunt when they become captive, and then the AI will just automatically kill him because he's taunting, and then Hondo escapes. So like you can pull out.
Oh yeah, okay, that's
yeah.
dumb.
So he's too easy to cheese. Now when you're at my depth and when we're everyone I'm facing is 11 million, nobody has a pre-taunting tank left below relics anymore because you need them everywhere. So it's on my end, I'm using it with Sana right now to give my Hondo 75% TM at the beginning, to then hopefully allow her to go next so that I can get everyone under stealth and so the only targets left are tanks. But it would work really well with a BAM team or something on defense to do the same thing to kind of get if you have your TM lined up perfectly behind Hondo, where you can get your stacks going right out the gate, then odds of them getting ahead of you without something like CLS are like next to 0. So there are benefits to the defense, but the offensive side of it is just you can abuse mechanics left, right, and center too. So
yeah, the Treya one is really bloody good though.
You need to have a much better setup for Hondo, much better roster depth. Where Treya is just takes the 3, and you're going to be annoying whether you put that with Savage and Talon or C lead or wherever or
Barris or whatever.
Yeah, Barris. I mean, Trio C is going to be go beat on Lord Vader, for the rest of the series because hey, by the way, they're never going to get that protection up.
Yep. Meet George Fletcher. Says who will go first, Hondo Omicron or Raid Han? Will one default?
Raid Han.
Raid Han always shoots first.
Yeah, he always shoots. I think they put that in the notes when they released him.
Yeah.
When they changed how the kit works, because they used to just grant him a bonus turn or something at the beginning, and then when Watt came in, it got messed up, so they changed it to where you just add like a boatload of turn meter to him instead, and so he always goes first.
Well, there you go.
Versus getting a bonus turn.
Speaking of science, we got that High Seas Hillbilly, captain of the SMS Rangers rant. BCM's here.
A skull, y'all.
Skull. What's going on, buddy?
It's definitely early.
Yeah, you think it's early for you?
Yeah. I'm a little late because we were up late binging. We're watching season 11 of The Walking Dead.
Nice.
So we're binging that crap out of that, and it's at that point where it's like, oh, just one more episode. Then it's like 3 a.m. and it's like,
I'm
oh, we should go to bed.
I'm a binger. I can admit it. I like to watch everything at once and enjoy it. It's tasty, delicious, and full of vitamins and minerals. All right. We'll go a little bit while longer since BCM showed up. So usually I start wrapping it up now, but we'll go for another 5-10 minutes. So let his
we do a little bit, do
a little bit more. Just as a reminder, hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're watching it right now. I'll allow these guys to pimp their stuff, and do me a favor when we get to when they pimp their stuff, support them. Guys come here on a Saturday morning to answer questions, and they don't have to do it, and they're here to help you out. Blame Finn, stupid Finn sucks. But we'll allow them pimp and just go watch their stuff, guys. But if you're watching right now, hit the thumbs up, subscribe. I don't say that enough, but try. You hear every content creator say it, but it does make a difference because the YouTube algorithm sucks butt, and you have to do certain things to get your content out there so people will get more access to it and watch it. So happy days are here again. So we got to go another 5-10 minutes. If you have any other questions, put those in the chat, comments, anything like that. Feel free. And yeah, and I'm just sitting here looking at this goddamn Grand Inquisitor. Like, okay, buddy. I got to do Jabba's Ultimate today, and I got to keep working on Grand Inquisitor 7, so that'll be my day. But I'm not going to get to really enjoy that till later, because once we get done here, my ass is outside for the rest of the day doing yard work and stuff, and Christmas. I think some more Christmas decorations. I got to blow all the leaves and get all that shit taken care of. Ugh. Should have gotten more sleep. Couldn't sleep because I had a lot of Fosters running around in my gut, making strange noises last night. But you know what? It's for a good cause, for the kids. There you go. But yeah, I get your question, and yeah. So last call for questions and stuff, and then we'll wrap it up here for today. And then tomorrow, I think we're gonna do some. Well, now see, you make a good suggestion there, Mai. She says ginger ale, my dude. That's true, and I wouldn't mind some ginger ale. But when we're doing shoeys and I have to suffer for, charity, like I've eaten the world's hottest chocolate and the ghost pepper and the world's hottest chip on stream before, these are shoeys with Fosters. Fosters is completely poison, and you put it in a shoe and it doesn't help. It still tastes awful. And
doesn't help.
Yeah. So yeah, and I did so many shoes last night. Because if I sit there and go, I'm going to do a shoey of nice, alcohol, well, at least you get the nice alcohol. But when you're doing Fosters, nothing nice about it, and I had
the entertainment factor after you finish
my
the
God.
shoey, because it's like 5 minutes of you just burping and cringing.
Yeah, I thought the cheese would help. It did not help, man. I thought if I burnt the hell out of my mouth with that habanero cheese, no.
Oh, you need like palate cleansers, like like ginger or oranges,
I know, right? That's when
like
probably ginger bill.
actual stuff that helps.
Yeah, just God, ugh. Good Lord in heaven. I was even gurgling bourbon. That's how bad that shit was. I'm like, oh, please stop. Get the taste out of my mouth. This is horrible. What else in 3 question? Wouldn't you drinking ginger ale be cannibalism, or is it okay because they're in liquid state? Well, I mean, not really. I mean, I'm a day walker. It's cool. I think I can get away with it. Maximus Decimus Meridius 242 says, question, do you think CG would ever come out with a global raid using the entire community? AKA a Death Star raid. That's an interesting thought.
I'm gonna go with no, and for one reason, it benefits too many players.
Oh, yeah, that's true. All right.
Well, and we would just run into the C pit 2.0 when everyone complained about, like, I don't want to be on the same time as my guild. Imagine like having to get the entire world together.
Yeah,
it's
that'd be
gonna be
a little tough. Yeah.
Well, it'd be global progress, right? Like it'd be like take the CPIT currently, but just make it global progress. So like you have trillions of points of damage needed done in each phase. But I mean, the problem is even with that, like how do you disperse the rewards? Do you disperse by guild? Do you disperse by individual players? Yeah, like it just gets so hectic. I mean, like it would be fun to have like them do like a global tracker of like, like, hey, we're gonna introduce this new raid, and then depending how much you guys do in a month of damage to it, like how many times you beat it or whatever else, we'll give out something like to the community, then that could be something. But individual raids, it would be guild based, because it would be, I don't think they have something that you could do.
I think they got, I mean,
globally.
So I know for charity, but they did kind of, the way they set their goals was almost like that. And I know they gave us something in game. I'd like it if they did kind of number of free packs kind of taken out of their wee shop thing. Yeah. Or some little progress bar. I wouldn't expect so rather than actually, I don't think they'll ever work on a full raid mechanic. But some little tracker that said that, number of people doing something, but they would only do it to encourage people to log into their shop to do the free pack, which is part of their advertising strategy, I guess. But no, I think it'd be too much for them. I think also people would start to really see, they're always very cagey on how many people actually play this game and how many people the engagement is. They're always very careful to make it pretend that nobody's leaving. As many people as before, So I think that if they were to implement something like that, people might suddenly notice that every time they did it, it got a little bit weirdly harder, or it got easier. I shouldn't obviously say people are leaving if I don't know. There might be more, but yeah. So I think there'd be a lot of issues in it. But yeah, a guild raid of a kind of a monthly progress, maybe, but I think it would only be done to kind of have people log in for me rather than necessarily achieve something.
Atomic Robot, when is Finn back on the airways? I missed that wizard. He's been streaming mornings, very early mornings. He streams on Twitch. Typically Monday through Thursday. It's the holiday season, and I know that him and Karma have been doing trips to see family and stuff like that, and they've had people at the house, aka the mansion. I've been there. Oh god, that house is huge. This is a mansion. Jesus, there's no dungeon and there's no prego stuff, so don't even ask. I verified that there was no dungeon or baby stuff anywhere to be seen. I checked everywhere, so I did my walk around. Made sure. Important warning from Helen. He says, warning for Ranger, no matter what anyone says, never do a shoey of Uzo. That is a setup to a bad time. Just saying. Well, okay, I won't. I don't think I'll not have to worry about that.
Yeah,
Chris,
that's speaking from experience. He is correct with
that
that.
It's good. That's very, yes.
Shoeys of
That's-
hard alcohol doesn't sound like a good time, full stop.
Yeah. They clean the dungeon when you're there. Well, probably. There's not a hot tub either yet, but there will be one, hopefully. Curtis on Fire question. Do you think they'll raise the amount of guild members in the future? Would definitely help in every game mode. I imagine TW would be the biggest concern. I've been thinking that's actually not a bad call there, Curtis. I don't know if they'll go to 100, maybe 75. Because we've kind of gotten stale with TW in the sense that it's the same amount of zones. We have way more characters and teams now than we did previously. Ships, maybe not so much. I think the ships are pretty static on that because we just don't get them that quick. But I could see them expanding the zones or expanding the number of teams and stuff. I by that stretch the imagination, being where you can have, like, say, another 25 people in your guild. Something on the board, right?
Not for me, because
No?
I think what you're talking about essentially is losing a third of the guilds in the game. Because those 25 people have to come from another guild. So if you're not
Let's
in a
say
massive
50.
alliance,
Say 50.
but no, like if you're doubling, so you double the guild side, you're effectively halving the number of guilds. There would be a lot of lost friendships and mergers. It would be a lot of turmoil. But I also think it's too much for them to kind of balance things. But it's a good idea. It's a shame. I think we're too far into the game just to make that change, but it would have been a good thing to have done.
I've always thought like an easier way to make TW better is actually to start making A and B streaks within the guild itself. So that way you can increase zones, and it's not that hard on the guild, because if we increase zones right now, even at 50, even if we have the teams, it's a pain to come in like 8 or 9 times to get through higher zones. So they could split the guild within the guild to have like a varsity and a junior varsity, and that way that would also help with the sandbagging a little bit, because if your guild can't get at least 25, yeah.
So, but I'm open to the idea there, Curtis. I wouldn't mind it at all, because especially if 50. I said 25, but if we did 50, that means everybody in that guild just goes and becomes a part of a bigger guild, and everybody gets to stay there and everybody benefits. So I like that. So.
Or maybe an event where you get matched up with a random guild and both of you work together to do a thing.
That'd
be kind of fun.
Yeah, I like that.
Like
too.
a tag team type of deal.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah, because currently all the infrastructure is too slated to 50. Like, I mean, everything that they have put out is built around having 50 guild members. So
yeah,
the infrastructure would be absolutely thrown sideways to change that up.
I mean, to be fair, they did it with 3s and PvP because the game's based around 5.
that's
true.
They could do it.
That's true.
They might not. They probably won't think too hard about it, but they could probably do it. It wouldn't be implemented very well, but
Settle down your question. The other day, Karth mentioned which cheap gear to always purchase from the guild store to craft the relic carbonite circuit boards. Which gear piece was it? The blue piece that you were telling me to get.
It's the Mark 10 weapon blast mod or something like that. Let me go find it in the relic materials real fast. But it's in the guild store. It's there like every single day. It's not every single refresh, but it's there like every single day. Fine.
Yeah, that's all I'm using. I'm just buying all of that crap with my guild tokens. Like,
So it is the Mark 7 weapon blast or blast tech weapon mod. You
Yeah.
can buy that in the store. It's right now it's 10 for 100 guild tokens. The other one that's commonly overlooked is the Mark 7 BAW armor mod. That
Yeah.
one's actually fairly easy to craft as well. So those two usually together, if you're farming the materials for the BAW armor mod, and you're buying out the weapon mod, then typically at that point you are able to keep your chromiums up.
which is it is a thing, yeah. Oh man. Oh god. So much salvage, so little time. Yeah, and you can be smart about it. Like I changed since I had all the tire techs I needed, I went to what we said 7H was the piece that we were going for that one crafted purse. 1C and 1D is always a great spot for salvage from the light side, but 7H is a good one for dark side. You don't need the dark side tire techs like I'm working on Job as Ultimate right now, so it's perfect because I'm getting the 20 pulls, so I'm getting the max tickets, but I'm also getting a lot of that gear that I need for salvage. So yeah, you just have to look at it, but yeah, use your guild store if you don't need. It's hard because with all those carbantes and stuff we need, it's hard not to pull those when you see them, right? Because you're always going to need MK3 carbantes and stuff like that. So, and there's always those dinky goddamn purple pieces when you're doing these new characters or old characters. Like, really, I need 50 of those. Some bitch. You can only get them at the guild store. You're like, oh Christ. So yes. All right, Atomic Robot, glad to see you here. We're getting ready to wrap it up here myself because I have some daily work to get done. So we'll go 3 more minutes here, get your final questions, thoughts in, and then we're gonna let everybody pimp their stuff, and then that's gonna be a long day. And then are you still down to do some Old Republic tomorrow there, Karth, BCM?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, Karth. I don't know what your schedule's like. Papa Karth on it.
He's not here, so it should be doable.
Okay.
I have to tomorrow go blow leaves, so we'll see how that shakes loose.
That'll be later in the afternoon and stuff when we do it. So because I've got to do a remod and help our boy Cody with his stuff, so I'll be doing that in the morning. So but yeah.
Sure.
Oh, I just got another donation from M. Perez for the Armor Fund. Thank you very much. Thank you, MP. You know who you are. That is very generous. Thank you. The Mando Armor Fund appreciates you. I appreciate you. Everybody that donates. Again, I had too many names to list. Just, oh God. Can't believe we did that. Where are these people getting my number? That is the 4th time I've gotten an 800 number that is bullshit, and they're just spamming me, man. God damn it.
Yeah.
Bastards.
Ever since they released the cell phones out to the telemarketers, it's been
pretty
ridiculous.
awful. Yeah. Pretty diarrheas. All right. But yeah, last call for questions and stuff. I'm going to give it another minute. And if I don't see anything, then I'm going to let these amazing folks, 1, pimp their stuff, and 2, get their day going. All right, did you do your JC last night, Calvin? I can't remember. Yeah, you did, because you rated me, didn't you, last night?
Yeah, I did. It was good. We knocked the crap out of him. It was fun.
Yeah, I got my crap kicked out of me. So it should be a loss today, as is tradition. I'm facing some monsters right now. It's like, wow, a lot of GP and Jabbas and shit that I don't have quite this moment. So that Lord Vader Datacron. Oh, I can't stand it. That's what these fights come down to. Did I beat Lord Vader Datacron? No, I didn't. Okay, well, this one. All right, I don't see anything, so let's go around the corn, as Grande Patron likes to say here at RSG, and let these awesome folks pimp their stuff. And do me a favor, once they pimp their stuff, just show some appreciation. Just go watch their videos, sub to their channels. Just little small things like that that really make a difference for a content creator. Just makes them feel appreciated and the work that they're putting into. And they're good folks. I'm pretty sure you enjoy what they're doing. So obviously we wouldn't let them be on here if they were buttholes. So check out their stuff. They do really good work. So Aldous Sandfly, the biggest sandfly on the beach. Where can folks be checking you out there?
Jimmy, welcome to Sandflies on Twitch. I'm in the UK, so I stream very early in the UK morning or very late in the American night after Zenith, mostly. But yeah, and support the other content creators, and good luck to France in a couple of hours' time.
Is this the final? England and France or semifinal?
No, this is the quarterfinal.
Quarterfinal.
Yeah, so hopefully France win.
It's really weird because, like, you know, someone asked me about. I follow football, soccer. Maybe the Premier League is my bag, right? And I don't really follow a lot of the other European leagues and stuff. But someone's asking me about the World Cup. I'm like, you know, England has got some of the best players in the world, but they just have not been able to put it together to win a World Cup, which is just mind-boggling if you think of the talent that is on that damn team at all times. It's crazy that they haven't won one since what, 1966 or 68 since they last won one.
As a Scottish person, I have no idea if they've ever won it. It's unclear. I think I don't want to talk too much, but I think England have an awful lot of very, very, very good players, but not a world-class person that can unlock. And I think that you don't really win a World Cup if you don't have one person with a change of pace or one person with a free kick. And I think at the moment they're really lacking that one acceleration, that one free kick taker.
66,
so they've got
thank you, fatality.
Okay, nobody knows it's 66.
People in England do.
No, we don't.
You're Scottish.
I know. But yeah, I hope it'll be an absolute banger of a game. I hope French win, but yeah, it'll be a good game.
All right, Calvin, awesome. Where can folks check you out at?
Calvin Awesome on YouTube. I recently put a video reviewing Trey's Omicron. Really excited for that one. We also stream our GACs every 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday. The Mad Awesome Show should be coming back on Spotify and iTunes, but I'm still trying to work out the details of that with Tilo.
There you go. And then you can check out me, and we'll pimp our stuff here because we got some stuff to pimp. So the lore series is out. You can hear me and Karth and Ram and Kashmir as I try to teach Star Wars lore with idiots. This last episode is the origins of the Force. I can just tell you there's a lot of interesting quotes and questions on that one from the idiots. So if you haven't checked that out, you can check that out right after here. And then also, and we'll do some tomorrow, confirmed. We'll do some Star Wars with the boys, which you can check out. We've got the playlist for both the Star Wars lore with the idiots and the Star Wars Old Republic with the boys. It's set up on YouTube. So if you want to have something to listen to after this, you can go check that out. And then anything else? I think that's it. Thumbs up, subscribe, Patreon, blah 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 blah. Okay, let's get out of here. I have to go go home and rethink my life. I'm just procrastinating, folks. I really don't want to go outside and do all this yard work, man. I'm just like, I just know it's going to be nasty and gross, and I'm going to be.
It is your destiny.
I will add. Elise. Not wrong. All right. So everyone, thank you for hanging out with us today. Enjoy the rest of the day. We'll do some more streaming tomorrow. If you want to come check it out, you can, but you can check us out Monday through Friday and all the other stuff we do. And again, thank you everybody for the donations for the Mando armor set. Once everything's in and stuff, I'll get it ordered. It'll be very pretty and nice, and you guys will get to see it, and I'll have it displayed. I will get a mannequin so it can be displayed fully in the background at all times. I'm not wearing it, so there you go. So on behalf of myself and everybody here on the Academy, thank you guys for hanging out today. We love you guys and gals. Can't forget about the women. And have a wonderful day, and we'll see you when we'll see you. Peace out.